filled with all your Kringle favorites from Racine Danish Kringles. Or you could also try the new Holiday Stick Sampler Pack featuring Winter Wonderland, Mary Berry, Gingerbread, and Santa's Cinnaberry. It's stick size and a great way to try all the favorite flavors of the season. So go to Kringle.com to order or call them at 800-4DANISH. Racine Danish Kringles. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition.
Hey, Drew Scott here, and I'm Jonathan Scott, reminding you that life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. They can help you get just the right protection at just the right price and help you save when you bundle home and auto. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It'll be just right for you. We love a custom build. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Gabe Neitzel here. Catch Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from Milwaukee Improv and the corners of Brookfield. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN. Presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Today is the day on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, which I, Ben Brust, pay a debt owed for what? Probably, I'd say, you guys may not know, 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Actually,
Wow.
This might be longer. I think this punishment came from when Scalzo and Brust did a segment with Jason Wilde called The Lottery of Punishment. And one of my punishments was to have to do a stand-up open mic. And here we are at Milwaukee Improv at the corners of Brookfield from 2 to 5 here on 94.5 ESPN, 2 to 3:30 on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, and 100.5 ESPN Madison. The Milwaukee Bucks have the in-season semifinal. I'm Ben Brust. We'll get into that. He's Kyle Wallace next to me, and you're the heartbeat of the show. And are you going to be around for the Ben Brust 4-minute?
Yeah, you know what? I'll be here. I will be here for the Ben Brust 4
Ben
minutes.
Bust. Oh, no!
I am so sorry.
Kyle's trying to take over your thunder here.
I do not want to put that energy out here, but it is what it is. It's a slip of the tongue, but it might be, foreshadowing what could happen. But no, you're going to kill it. But no, I will stay.
Can I get some courtesy laughs, even if it's not funny?
Listen,
because here's the thing: is what
Kyle's a good reactor, right? I mean, we're talking about
that Minnie Mouse out of here. So one thing I do know about myself is I wouldn't consider myself to be a comedian. I wouldn't consider myself to be very funny, but I consider myself to be somebody who somebody can laugh at. Like I'll put myself out there, and sometimes it will flop, and I'm okay with that. And you could laugh at that too. So that's what I'm going in with. Is I'm gonna give it my all. I think I have some good stuff, but if it sucks, I think I just gotta lean into the suck.
Yeah, you do. I mean, because that's one of the things. You're all ready, and it's known that this is an open mic night right here at the Milwaukee Improv, and most of those guys are going to bomb. They're going to struggle, right? You would think so. But I thought your approach, Ben, would be two things I thought of when I thought of Ben Brust on stage. I thought it'd be a roast. I thought you'd be roasting somebody, or it'd be purely self-deprecation. I feel like one of those different extremes.
That's a good point. Maybe I have to rewrite my set in between the breaks now.
Here's my thing. You had how long?
I've had 3 years.
You had 3 years to come up with a set, a 4-minute set. Really, it was a 5-minute set. You just found out it was a 4-minute set. You had 3 years to do it, and you still panicking, don't know what you want to do?
No, I know what I want to do, but Brad brings up a good point. I've built an entire brand across these very airwaves on people making fun of me, or Greg Scalzo coming in and ripping me, or roasting teammates in our office for dilly-dallying, picking their nose, and sitting at their office desk with their thumb up their butts, not actually doing any work.
You weren't here for that.
I heard about it, though. I mean, that was something to behold.
A lot of people do not talk to me anymore because of that. But It is what it is.
Yeah, I just feel like that is more of your brand. But then again, you have to do something that's common, right? Something that the audience can associate with. Yeah.
So roasting or the self-deprecating, people don't know me at an open mic.
Right.
There might be some people in the audience, but I've picked a topic that I believe is relatable to everyone. And that's the biggest goal. Now I have to land the jokes. I don't know if I'm going to do that. 800-990-3776. You can text us. You can also still call us. The text line is back and fully operational, but I still do love that you all can go on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison, where we are streaming, in which Justin says on ChatGPT, did you use that for your stand-up, Ben? No, I did not, and I'm not a sellout. I'm a sellout, but I didn't do it for this.
No, it would. I mean, ChatGPT. The thing is, it's a computer. It's not human.
Correct.
When you do comedy, maybe you can get a spark from somewhere. Be like, oh yeah, that is relatable to my life, and bringing it to myself. But this has to be very personal. It has to be something that you also think will land. And so you cannot go to ChatGPT to create jokes. Just go to your life. There's a lot of funny things. Listen, who goes golfing? You went golfing, right? And you had to go get 30 stitches.
I actually had a call with I don't know if I should talk about this with the insurance company to make sure. I felt like Michael Scott in The Office in the deposition. I was like, am I going to say something that's going to end up not getting the hospital bill paid for now?
They don't want to pay it.
I asked. Apparently, there's a free from fault amount that they pay. And then they started saying I probably should be doing this on the air, but whatever. I don't even want the money. I just want the hospital bill to pay for it and the ambulance.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you suing?
No, they were like, they're going to see if there's any wrongdoing with the country club. And I'm like, well, you know what? Now that you say
this
so,
is getting, yeah.
Well, I saw, this person.
What should I say?
Are we both getting paid on this lawsuit? Or
do you want some commission? Yeah. What's going on around here? So
now, Ben, I want to know with the comedy thing, what happens when you hit your first joke
and it doesn't hit?
And it doesn't hit. You're going to say, oh, tough crowd. Like, do you have a game plan for how it's going to unfold?
So, yes, I do. The game plan is use your audience as part of your comedy, right? And because I picked such a relatable opportunity to talk about something, I think if I engage the audience and they can, engage back, they're going to, genuinely just feel like no matter what, because he's engaging with me, I'll give him a courtesy laugh. Make them your allies. You don't want to be fighting against the crowd. You want to be fighting with it. As we are at Milwaukee Improv, and if you want to, for open mic on Thursdays, 6:15, open to comics trying new material like myself, who's not a comic. I lost a bet, but it's in the corners of Brookfield. It's a great place. There is a show tonight. Nico Santos, been in a lot of movies, which I've heard of, even Crazy Rich Asians, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. If you use promo code ESPN, you get $10 tickets, and there are a limited number available. Like I mentioned, 800-990-3776, and hitting on the people laugh at me or pick at me. We're sitting here getting ready for the show, and you guys had another aha moment together, like two dingleberries. Did he do that to you? He does that to me.
Oh my goodness, you're calling us dingleberries, huh? The guy who's afraid of his 4-minute set, even though it only took him 4 minutes to make his baby, thinks that that's a hard thing to do.
4 minutes to make his baby? Are you talking about actually making the baby?
Yeah.
Hey. I was going to say it took less, but I'll take it.
I was going to say, that's giving some credit right there.
I'm funny.
That was good. But yeah, so today we had our pre-show meeting. And during our pre-show meeting, of course, Ben ran into my office because he was running a little bit behind doing business stuff because he has multiple jobs here with Good Karma Brands Milwaukee. And he comes into my office and he asks me for a piece of paper. I give him the piece of paper, and then he says, do you have a pen? I say, yeah, I got you. Here goes the pen right here.
You're making me sound like I'm running around with my hair on fire.
Yeah, it's what it felt like, honestly.
It did. Brian was trying to talk to me, and you were all behind me asking me questions, and then, meanwhile, you're talking, and it was just a little
and I'm gonna we're in the meeting. Ben walks in from this, big marketing meeting he had. He goes, all right, what I missed?
Yeah.
Just taking over the meeting. We're we are mid-conversation here, Ben. Thank you.
Ben don't care what's going on. If he's in the room, he's taking over. And so he did. He took over my office, and he's writing. He asked me for a pen, so I give him a pen. I give him the pen, and there was 2 caps on the pen because I had a random cap
The first
there.
pen you gave me didn't damn work.
Well, no, I didn't give – I didn't give him the first pen.
I grabbed
the pen off my desk, and I said, hey – does that pen work? He said, yeah. So, because I was just making sure the pen worked. He didn't ask for the pen, but, he just used it anyways, and then he realized it didn't work. So I gave him a second pen. The second pen had 2 caps on it, one on each side because I had a random cap somewhere, and I just put it together. And, of course, when I did that, instead of just saying thank you, he wanted to look at me and play with the pen. And after he played with the pen, he used it. Cool, fine, whatever. Thank you. And so at the end of the day, Ben leaves, and I go about my day. And then as I'm gathering my stuff to get ready to come here, I grab my notebook because I always bring my notebook with me. And then I look for a pen, and I look down and I say, this man done stole my damn pen. He stole my pen. That was the thing. And I thought to myself, like, he done stole my pen. So, I leave, I come here, and what's the first thing I said when I got here?
I hate pen stealers.
I hate pen stealers. I hate pen stealers, and Ben stole my pen.
Coming from a cheap ass, this makes a lot of sense.
I hate pen stealers.
And well, yeah, and I totally agree, and you and I can relate on this because not once but twice has Ben asked me for a pen.
Oh, I thought it
pre-show
was
prep.
5 times.
And maybe it was 2. I can remember distinctly. I give him the old talk. Here you go. Here's a pen. It's a black hole. I'd never see that pen again. That pen is gone.
It is a pet peeve of mine to steal the pen. So then, I found out he stole your pen, and after we find out, he gave me my pen back, and he actually took it back after that because of the fact that he wants to stand on it because he wants to be the pen thief.
We have free pens at the office.
So why don't you
take them?
I grab like 30 at a time, and then they just disappear.
No,
they do.
You are a black hole. You are a pen black hole.
The pens at the office are the equivalent of like socks in the laundry. You go in with all of them, and then you come out, and one's missing.
See, you're part of the problem of why we run out of things in our office. Because you just go grab it. If you just freely grab it and you lose it, I'm just going to go grab another pen. And then all of a sudden, if a person like me wants to look for a pen in the cabinet, there's no pens in there because Ben done took 25 of the pens and got them spread across America.
Yeah, and I usually leave a marking. I'm a pen chewer, as Josh DiMaggio, former producer of Scalzo and Brust, now producer of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Did he chew on your pen too?
He sure did.
Gnawed away.
How do you know, Brad? You didn't get the pen back.
I saw it right there. That you pulled out this pen that Kyle gave you, and it was destroyed.
He had the pen for less than an hour and a half, and somehow he had teeth marks all over it, like he was going through trying to teething.
It's like I was eating corn on the cob.
Yeah, I'm trying
to. Brucey is your dog's name?
Bruce. Yeah.
Bruce. It's like Bruce got after it. I mean, it's like legitimately like a dog got after it.
I let him keep the pen. He can have it.
And here's why we know that Ben Brust in our pre-show preparation, right? Like I've got my legal pad, and Kyle's got his notepad, and Ben always writes our ideas and our schedule down on a sheet of paper, right? Every pre-show thing. And how many times does he ask for a sheet of paper? I mean, seriously, you would think at this point, this is 3 months of doing a show. Why doesn't he have a notebook? Seriously, you always ask for a sheet of paper too.
The last time he asked for a sheet of paper that I remember, he said, "Why don't you go get you? You like the legal pad? Why don't you go get you one?" Yeah.
Hang on.
You use half of his pages.
Yeah. So you guys are throwing strong accusations out there. Some true, some not.
Oh, they're all true.
Now, when I print stuff out at work, and you ever print stuff out, and you're like, oh, there's an error, and then you got to reprint, and everyone's like, you're killing trees. I repurpose the backside of the printed paper, and those are my show sheets that I keep right under my desk. Today, I came from a meeting late to show prep, so you guys want me to be more late to go to my desk to grab a pen, to grab a piece of paper. Instead, you're going to be selfish and call me selfish for being a black hole with pens and paper, you cheap asses.
No, Ben. My office that I have can see people walk back and forth. You did not come directly from that meeting to my office. I saw you walk past. You went to your desk before you came to our meeting, Ben.
I forgot a piece of paper.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Don't go over here trying to lie and make stuff up. I see everything in that office, and now I see that you are a pen thief who also chews on pens as well. This is ridiculous, but I'm telling you, the worst type of person is a pen thief.
Kyle, you are really well situated in the office to be able to be kind of like the police, right? I mean, you are the monitor.
Hall monitor of the show.
You really are. I mean, littering is the thing. We know that.
Don't litter apple cores and bananas.
Yeah, but you really can see everything, and even from outside the office, people can see your office from the front door.
You focus on your work and mind your own damn business.
I do. Excuse me, listen. I see everything in that office, and if I see something I don't like, I let people know as well. Only thing I don't see is all the little anything going on in the office. I'm finding out. I know none of the office drama.
That's because you sit on your perch and just watch everybody.
I literally, anybody tell me so, I say, oh, really? How don't I hear any any of this.
You kind of got a big mouth is what I hear.
I don't have a big mouth. Listen, I done heard so much and I ain't said nothing. But legitimately, let me know. If somebody say something about me, defend my name.
All right, well,
of course we will.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live from Milwaukee Improv at the corners of Brookfield. We are streaming beautifully on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. You can comment there. You can see the beautiful setup. We got some comedians to our right on the stream. And the text line is back. You can call us, text us, 800-990-3776. Got a lot to get to today, but I do want to know your best joke. So these guys are coming at me. I'll be doing my 4-minute set today. If you have a good joke, text it, tweet it, YouTube comment, or call. Because, again, I'm going to be verbal today. I can't text my jokes. If you got a good joke, I want to hear it. 800-990-3776. Kyle said he's funny. He's up next with the joke coming back on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, presented by the official beer of the NFL, Bud Light.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, presented by Bud Light.
You know what happens in May?
What happens in May?
Memorial Day weekend, MDW. It has a whole acronym. That is the start of the summer. Everybody is guns out because the sun is out and buns out because the sun is out. Hey! They don't do that in October. Me and Ben, we like buns. And they only come out in Wisconsin in May.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. There's life in Green Bay.
I'm not putting a limit on what we can do. I really think we're just getting better and better every week.
You start winning some games and people start gunning for you now.
A playoff push is back on tap after a statement win.
The Green Bay Packers are now 6-6, and they got people believing in this team.
Nobody's going to want to face this team when they get to the playoffs.
We are your home to talk all things green and gold. 94.5 ESPN.
Gabe Neitzel from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy here. Don't let the chilly weather end your golf season. X-Golf and American Family Field is open all year round. They've got innovative and accurate golf simulators, all overlooking left field at AmFam Field. Enjoy daily lunch specials or have an outing with your friends and take in X-Golf's full bar and food menus. Stop in to grab a gift card for the perfect stocking stuffer, too. X-Golf AmFam Field is even offering golf lessons by a PGA Pro. Everyone is welcome at X-Golf AmFam. Book your sim today. XGolfAmFamField.com. I'll see you out there.
Hi, this is Wayne Larrabee, the voice of Green Bay football. You know, fans count on me to make the right call every time, and I can continue to do that thanks to Summit Eye Care of Wisconsin. When my vision began to drift, my eye doctor said Summit Eye Care was the best place to go. Using the latest adjustable implants, the doctors at Summit were able to fine-tune my vision. In fact, my vision is now the best it's ever been. Summit Eye Care was the right call to help me see all the action on game days.
To schedule an appointment at one of their locations, visit summitiwi.com.
Circus Sports is now available at American Place. Bet on your favorite Milwaukee and Wisconsin teams, from Wisconsin football and basketball to all the Milwaukee basketball action, as well as more games nationwide. The Circus Sportsbook at American Place has 36 TVs, so you won't miss any of the action. And it's just 30 minutes from Kenosha and 45 minutes from Racine. For more information and to find out about their events, go to circusports.com. All Circus Sports bets must be placed in Illinois. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text GAMB to 833-234.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta Restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolottas.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta Restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Come to Kessler's this Christmas.
You'll get the lowest prices of a lifetime.
And a gift that will last forever.
Put a bigger diamond in her engagement ring.
Or give her a big pair of diamond stud earrings.
The kind that people notice from across the room.
Diamond stud earrings always fit perfectly, and they can be worn with anything.
But diamond earrings always look best when they are worn with a smile.
And with every purchase of at least $298, you'll get a marvelous leather travel case for your jewelry.
Just 4 inches square by 2 inches thick, wonderfully padded and full of perfect little compartments.
You're going to love it.
Kessler's is the largest employee-owned diamond company in the world.
Our stores have nearly 9,000 Google reviews.
And each store has a 4.9 star average.
Except for the 2 that have 5 stars.
You're going to be happy, happy, happy.
Find the Kessler's nearest you
And see our extended holiday hours
at KesslersDiamonds.com.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, live from the corners of Brookfield at Milwaukee Improv on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Bud Light.
Wisconsin's Brad Nortman for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. If you missed yesterday, us having the one and only Gina Della from Pella on in our 4:30 hour.
We're dummies, by the way.
Why are we dummies?
Or I'm a dummy at least. And Austin, her son, who works with us, is a dummy because it was her birthday yesterday. I had a text her
Okay,
at
I saw that too.
last night.
I saw that after the fact as well. I would have loved to have touched on that on air. And that's because she is the best, and Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin is the best. Guys, my parents just put in their whole new sunroom, brand new Pella windows all across the whole room. It looks unbelievable. Patio door leading out to the patio. It has the shade between the glass of the door. It's unbelievable. The type of innovations that Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin are putting out there is incredible. And now is the right time to change your windows and your doors because they're putting on a no money down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. Installation can be as little as a day. But hurry, the deal ends December 31st. So schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Feeling like we're wholesome again, as it is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, presented by the official beer of the NFL, Bud Light. I'm Ben Brust. That voice you heard was Brad Nortman. And to my left at Milwaukee Improv is Kyle Wallace, the heartbeat of the show. We're streaming on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. 800-990-3776 is the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line, because we're back in action on the text line. So hit us wherever you want to find us. But in honor of the 4-minute set that I have to do at open mic, I got to test you guys. You guys will be there for my material.
This is so tough.
Oh, yeah?
No, it's not.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's not tough because
you told me you were funny.
I am hilarious, but I am X-rated, rated R, rated mature type funny. I am not FCC approved type funny. I am not that type of funny. I am not, this is good for kids. No, I am straight up Bernie Mac, late night, type stuff. I am not PG. I can't do anything on the radio. I'm going to get canceled. I would get absolutely canceled. Or, the conversation will be, hey guys, we definitely want you guys to be creative and create content, but there's a line you have to draw.
I want to tiptoe the line, Kyle.
You want to tiptoe a line here, or are you talking about? No, listen, the lines I tiptoe, let me tell you, you guys have heard me say some things off mic before. Some of the stuff I say off mic, I can't say on air. I'm highly offensive. Highly offensive. And the last thing I want to be known as
nothing like telling the whole audience I'm highly offensive.
No, I don't want to be known as misogynistic, racist type thing. I don't want listen, I don't want to be labeled by anything. I'm trying to build my career. I don't want to get canceled within 3 months, because I would get canceled, 100% canceled.
In today's culture, you got to be a little careful too.
Yeah.
All it takes is one line.
Listen, all right, you guys are lame.
Hold on. Let me. I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
I can think of one. So
that's all I'm asking for. I didn't need this. The whole
soliloquy on culture.
I said, you guys think I can talk about Bill Cosby?
Canceled. I'm X-rated. I'm Kyle Wallace.
No, I said, can I talk about Bill Cosby? You guys are like, oh.
I didn't say that.
Well, I mean, yeah, I know where you're going with Bill Cosby.
Okay,
this is public radio. This is radio.
You're as handsy as him or something?
I was gonna say.
I'm just trying to protect you, Kyle. I'm trying to protect you.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
I protect nobody. I want to cross lines. All right, Brad.
All right. So I wouldn't consider myself like super funny at all. I'm more like reactive too. Like if we're in conversation, I notice something and I can spin it. That's probably where I'm more funny. So for instance,
would you say more witty?
Witty. Witty. That's a good way to put my type of sense of humor. And like, so I've on Twitter, I follow a couple of like pun accounts. I think those are freaking funny. So like one I heard the other day. Now, hold on, let me hear this one.
Kyle, who's there?
No, okay. So those give me like
he's
one
gonna tell
laugh
us
a week.
a popsicle joke.
No, I'm not going to tell you one. You guys don't. With that reaction, you don't deserve to hear one.
What time
but
is your tooth hurt to the dentist? 2:30.
So though, if you're looking, I'm trying to play the PG angle here, right? To not get the KBN canceled after 3 months.
We can do PG-13. We can do PG-17 if there is such thing.
But okay, but here's like a witty type of example, right? So when we were in Paris, we had our outfits picked out, right? And so I put one on for it was like Saturday, right? So I put it on, and it was like the sweater, and I haven't worn this sweater in like 2 years, right? So I put on this sweater, and it is freaking tight. I mean, it is tight. I'm like, Lexi, did we like shrink this thing? But I put it on, and the very first thing I said to her, and I turned to her, I said, "Fat guy in a little coat, fat guy in a little coat," and it just like worked. It worked for the moment because I put it on. It was tight. It was strangely revealing, and like that's like the.
I'm going to give him credit. He shot a shot.
At least I have a joke to give, and at least an example to give.
I'm sorry that I can't think of any creative jokes that aren't offensive. I apologize. I could talk about my life. But here, listen, my life is full of offensive things. I grew up in a family that has very offensive comments. Listen.
You can't think of one thing that isn't offensive?
I would talk about fat people. I would talk about black people. I would talk about white people. I would talk about religion. I would talk about sexuality. I would talk about all types of things.
Why don't you just try one?
No,
try one that's like the bottom shelf.
Everything that comes to my mind will get me canceled. I'm telling you right now. When I say, listen, yeah, because everything I talk about is current events.
800-990-3776. That's the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. See if you can be unlike Kyle and come up with a joke that doesn't get you canceled.
I'm literally trying. Brad's joke, you gave it a try.
Yeah,
so what I will give you credit for is you did take a funny moment from Chris Farley, a local comedian who is buried in Madison.
That's a Chris Farley joke?
Tommy boy, man.
Yeah.
Fat guy in a little coat. And you need,
it was a movie quote. It was a movie quote.
See, you need the context. You don't need a fake laugh. I was laughing because it was like.
I was laughing because
was it a reach?
Yeah.
But even for a movie quote?
But that was clearly a joke that like your wife is gonna be like, "Oh, Brad, you're so funny," sort of thing, like mass audience. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like she probably thought you were like, "Oh, babe, you're so cute and funny." Meanwhile, Kyle,
a little tougher crowd, tougher crowd right here on KBN.
I'm just glad to know that Brad is an offensive person. I'm glad you don't go dark like I do.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to.
Listen, I know what he's talking about tonight, and I'm telling you, I got so many dark jokes that we can go through. Man.
This one's long. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to have to do a little bit of
filtering
before I get to that joke. But we'll switch the conversation, and you can continue to give your jokes, 800-990-3776.
Can you give us a joke that you're not going to use tonight?
Oh, yeah. Well, you're putting us on it. How about you? I would say this is a harder environment to tell a joke on air when there's like certain
FCC guidelines
limits on what you can talk about than on stage. On stage, you can talk about whatever you want, and people are there expecting to laugh.
I literally make a fool of myself every week on this show. I'm not going to voluntarily have to do it now if Kyle's not going to say a joke because he's too scared to offend everybody.
I haven't been practicing for 3 years. You should be. You have a joke off the top of your head that's clean. You ain't got no clean jokes.
I'm like you, Kyle. All mine are offensive.
My God. That's what I'm saying. Can't get canceled, baby. I got a reputation.
Should I give you the pun that I remember most recently?
Let's hear.
Sure. I just got a job. The way you guys are even looking at me, you're like, this is going to suck. I just got a job as an executioner. I'll be heading there soon. You guys laughed. That was pretty good. That's pretty good. That's what I remember
better
most
than
recent.
The fat guy in a little coat.
That's better than that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that was between you and Boo Bear. This one was more,
everyone universal.
Yeah.
The what's called the tight shirt. Never mind. I was gonna say that would have been fun. No, see, I'm just too sexual. That is my problem. Like, it'd be funny if you're fat and no pants on, and you're like,
Adam!
Wow, that's what it takes to be funny. Dang.
Adam on the text line is oof. What's the difference between a priest and acne? I'm going to leave that one for your imagination.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh! See, that's funny.
That's funny.
But that's
we
not
can't
FC
read that on air.
That's the whole thing. The most funny jokes are always the jokes that are raunchy and offensive. They are.
What about Jerry Seinfeld made a whole career on not being raunchy?
Never heard his comedy show.
Oh, he's one of the best of all time.
One of the best of all time.
He
wasn't canceled, so Kyle was like him.
I feel like you have to be incredibly observational if to have that kind of brand of comedy.
All right, so here's what's going on right now. The Milwaukee Bucks we're going to be losing 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and 100.5 ESPN to the Bucks, which is great because they're in the in-season tournament semifinal in Vegas. Don't ask me about the details of how they're playing at 2 o'clock in Vegas and 4 o'clock here Central Time on a Thursday. Bizarre, I know. Very bizarre. But what I do want to know is, I don't know how people could potentially be dropping their lives from Wisconsin to go watch the Bucks in an in-season tournament. Would you rather get free tickets and go to Vegas to watch this in-season tournament, or pay your way to the Giants game? I know Kyle's cheap ass is taking. I think Brad's got a debate, and I have my answer. 800-990-3776. Free flight, free tickets to the semifinals of the in-season tournament today on a Thursday, or pay your way to the New York game that the Packers play on Sunday. What would you do? 800-990-3776. That's next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Hey, Russell, this is Brad. Awesome. I had nothing before then. Hey, Russell, this is Brad.
Hey, Russ, what up, Russ?
Awesome. And I'm going to read this word for word.
Yeah,
That's who I am.
all right, let's give him the floor. I'm going to try and fly.
Yeah, don't interrupt, dang it.
Presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Get to and from every home game in Green Bay this football season safely. Milwaukee Broad House, Jack's American Pub, and Wanakee Golf Course all offer transportation on game days. They've got bus services with private restrooms and all-you-can-drink packages. There's still room for the December 17th game. Book your round-trip ride and get access to an all-you-can-eat and drink tailgate at the bar on Holmgren Way. Make your game day experience a VIP experience with your official ride to Green Bay. Visit golfwanakee.com to book your trip today and use code ESPN23 for 10% off.
The holidays are here, and the perfect gift idea is a custom holiday gift box filled with Kringle from Racine Danish Kringles. Try the new Holiday Stick Sampler Pack featuring Winter Wonderland, Mary Berry, Gingerbread, and Santa's Cinnaberry. Order today at Kringle.com.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank, and as a community bank, we sincerely appreciate our customer loyalty. Over nearly 90 years, we've done all we can to return the favor. Great Midwest Bank offers flexible solutions that bigger banks and credit unions simply can't, because our entire team is right here in the community. We love helping our neighbors when we're at work and then catching up over the weekend. Visit us at greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
Beyond where you play, there's a pickleball kingdom where you can take lessons, grab a bite to eat, shop the pro shop, or join a league. Pickleball Kingdom Brookfield is the newest professional indoor facility in the Milwaukee area with unlimited access to court time. They're offering over $100 off a 3-month membership gift certificate. Don't forget this perfect holiday gift in anticipation of Pickleball Kingdom's grand opening. Pickleball Kingdom Brookfield, opening spring 2024 at the Ruby Isle Shopping Center. pickleballkingdom.com/Brookfield.
The big guy needs some help this holiday season, so of course he's going to the Corners of Brookfield, just like you. Find something for everyone at the Corners. The 30-plus retailers and restaurants are sure to check off every wish on your lists, and the Corners has 15-minute parking for a quick in and out. But if there's a gift only Santa can deliver, head to the Market Square for a special North Pole mailbox. Letters are accepted until December 22nd. This season, the perfect gift is right around the Corners. Visit thecornersofbrookfield.com for more.
Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
With your Saganiac Planning Marquette recap, I'm Chris Larson. The 8th-ranked Golden Eagles led by as many as 32 points as they cruised to an 86-65 victory over number 12 Texas at Fiserv Forum. Senior point guard Tyler Kolek stuffed the stat sheet, finishing with 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. His 4th career game with at least 25, 5, and 5. He also added 3 steals in 31 minutes of action.
Kolek, he's going to try a 3. You got it. Oh, baby, listen to that crowd.
MU improved to 7-2 overall. They welcome Notre Dame to Fiserv Forum Saturday night.
Don't miss the shot when it comes to offering medical coverage to your employees. Saganiac Planning can coach you on ways to balance costs and prioritize care for your employees with coverage provided by United Healthcare. For more information, call Steve Fluellen, 262-783-6161. Steve Fluellen, 262-783-6161. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service. Insurance coverage provided by or through United Healthcare Insurance Company or its affiliates. Administrative services provided by United Healthcare Services, Inc. or its affiliates. Health plan coverage provided by or through United Healthcare of Wisconsin, Inc.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, live from the corners of Brookfield at Milwaukee Improv on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Bud Light.
All we need is somebody to lean on.
3776 on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live from Milwaukee Improv at the corners of Brookfield, a perfect spot for families with a variety of events throughout the year. New exciting restaurants and retailers coming in 2024, and it's perfect for a date night. And when you got improv shows like Nico Santos tonight, Alfred Robles, Greg Fitzsimmons, it's all coming very, very soon, and you can get some discounted tickets for tonight. Nico Santos, code ESPN to get 10% off. ESPN for 10 off.
Have you been inside of the facility before?
It's beautiful.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
Super cool. Yeah.
It's so intimate, and you really feel like you're in a comedy club, like a real nice comedy club, which is exactly what this is. But for someone like myself who has never been in a space like this was very impressive.
So
I got to get here.
We asked you before we went to break, because this in-season tournament, whether you figure it was a success or a failure or confusing or good or bad, the Bucks are playing at 4 o'clock, and you can hear a lot of that coverage across our stations. But the interesting question to me is, with it being a Thursday, and I want you to take your life into play here. You're offered, you have 1 week to figure it out, right? You can go, the Bucks won, I believe, on Tuesday, and next thing you know, they're flying and they're playing in this semifinal. Would you rather have to figure out a way to pay your way to New York to go to a game for the Packers, or would you rather get a free flight, and this is the caveat, on Spirit or Frontier, Kyle's Airlines, and go out to Vegas for a tournament that people don't even know if it's going to be good or bad? Let's go to Dustin in Waukesha, because, people are going to think this is my answer, but I want to hear from him first. Dustin.
You're going to Vegas. I don't care. I mean, come on, guys. This is the first of this kind of tournament. Now, is, the chance to beat LeBron, who's already said, hey, I really want to try to get this first championship. Come on. It's Dame time, baby. Let us go. Giannis, take it to the house. Crush LeBron. Get the trophy. And mind you, my birthday is Monday. So I would like to not fly into LaGuardia and then go sit with Giants fans that are depressed that their team is crap. No, man, let's go to Vegas. Let's have some fun. Let's do that. Thank you.
I love it. You know what, Dustin and Waukesha, I stand with your prerogative of you do what is best for your birthday and your life. But to me, again, if I'm Dustin, he can stand with himself. if it's my birthday, I want to go watch Jordan Love at MetLife over go to Vegas where I've been 10 times already.
Stop it. You ain't trying to
No,
watch.
I don't want to go back to Vegas. I got a baby coming. I budgeted for the money that I lost last
Ain't
time I was
nobody
there.
Listen, if I had a choice to go see Jordan Love throw touchdowns, lovefortouchdowns.com.
Lovefortouchdowns.com, up to $2,500, boys.
That
I got a
is
late
wonderful.
donation last
Wonderful.
night.
I mean, I love me some Jordan Love, but you know what else I love? Strippers. The club.
Mark that. Mark that.
Listen,
if that is not a liner by tomorrow, we failed as a show.
That's what I want for my birthday. Listen, Jordan Love, I'll see you one day, buddy, but I'm getting a free trip to Vegas to watch Giannis, to watch Dame, to be part of history.
Oh, my gosh, you can watch them here.
I'm talking about this is Vegas, baby, all the high rollers. Listen, us broke common folks, we can't just drop everything and fly out there on Thursday. I'm going to be kicking it with the rich folks who know how to party. So I'm going to have a real good time.
You know what rich folks can smell out?
What can they smell out?
A fraud like yourself?
Hey, listen, I'm going to tell Craig, listen, make me one of the people for this weekend, man. Let's party it up. I'm telling you. I'm rather going to Vegas because I want to see the Bucks do something very special.
But is it? We don't even know if it's very special.
It's cool, though. It's different.
Sure. I think all Bucks fans would absolutely be happy if they win the in-season tournament. But if they beat the Giants, they have won. If the Packers beat the Giants, they have won 5 of their last 6 and get closer to the playoffs. And you get to see Jordan Love ascending in New York at MetLife. That's bigger to me than the in-season tournament. I'd rather pay my way to go see 10 sling the pill at MetLife.
All things equal, if you had to pay for both, I would certainly take the Packers in the Giants game. But the fact that you can go free to Vegas, I would absolutely do that.
Your back's gonna hurt after the flight?
You can order a couple of drinks for that. You can loosen it up that way.
It ain't free anymore now. You're spending as much on drinks as you would the ticket.
That's true.
Price of the ticket.
I would just take the Vegas one for a free trip out there. I think it's intriguing. It's different. And honestly, to see the Bucks play, they're interesting. They're fun. Look, this Packer team is somewhat interesting and fun for sure. But man, the Giants, that team is a hopeless, hapless team right now. There's Tommy DeVito's the backup or the quarterback who's a backup. I don't think this game is particularly interesting. I'm actually a little bit surprised it didn't get flexed out of Monday Night Football. If we're talking about this was the Thanksgiving Day game at Detroit, if we were talking about the first playoff game that they're playing on the road, I think I would pay my way there. Now, that is a compelling, fun, interesting, meaningful game. But to go to New York and watch a bad Giants team on Monday night, I don't know. I'd rather take the free trip to Vegas and see a fun product in the Bucks.
Yeah, I agree. And here's the thing, Ben. You've been part of something where people don't know where they could be, and they're basically play and survive. If you win, you go on. When you played in the NCAA tournament, you knew exactly where the next location was, but you didn't know if you for sure were going. So
Correct.
Any Bucks fans that could have bought into it, you knew on Tuesday if the Bucks win, they're going to Vegas, and you knew that the prior weekend before, so you had time to plan a potential trip to go to Vegas. And so fans definitely had time to potentially try to plan that trip out, but it's not even close. New York City has nothing on Las Vegas. You're talking about in December. It is cold in New York City right now. It is nice and warm in Vegas. I can go to a pool party. Heck, I can go to Circa. I saw you there, and it was a great view. From what I got to see on the camera, it was a great view. So I'm trying to get that.
I think the last liner that we played out of the last segment had something to do with buns, and I think that might be what Kyle's talking about right now. 800-990-3776. Speaking of Kyle, let's go to his number one fan, Diana. How do you feel about Kyle saying he likes Jordan Love, but he loves strippers?
No, that's okay. Does your girlfriend know that?
She is my
Vegas all the way.
What do you do? What are you doing in Vegas?
Vegas all the way. Gonna go party with Giannis and Dame.
Exactly.
All right, Diana. We'll get on a flight, go to Vegas, and then if you get pictures with Giannis and Dame out at the club, then you will be our fourth co-host on Kyle, Brust, Nortman.
We actually already have his autographed shoes at home.
That's cool.
I wouldn't put it past you after you asked me to sign Mark Tauscher stuff for you live on the air.
Diana don't play.
Thank you, Diana in McGuanago. You got anything else before I let you go before you get mad at me?
I think he already let her go.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a real tough cookie.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't cut her off like you did last time, Ben. I guess that was a couple times ago. You've learned your lesson since then, not to make Diana upset.
You know what's
no,
crazy?
just what you know. I just set her up because I'm gonna like cut her off sometime soon. She's gonna get mad again.
You know what's crazy? If I really did want to go to Vegas, I could have probably just got my all-you-can-fly Frontier pass.
You said you have vacation days, but we have a 2-week notice on the air here.
Who said that? Do we really?
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Well, I'm glad I told you now, so you don't leave us out to dry.
I would have took the kid and I would have broadcasted 3:30, just like ESPN Beaver Dam and ESPN Madison, and I would have been right there kicking it, and then me and Craig would have went to Brian Windhorst, and then I would have convinced him, hey,
okay,
let's go
no,
to some fun
you
things.
didn't do any of this.
Yeah, because I wanted to be with you all. And Vegas is dangerous. You can't go to Vegas alone.
All right, well, here's what we're going to do next. We're going to play over-under, and it's your chance to win a $50 gift card. Chris Larson, who's a real tough cookie as well, has a category. Brad, Kyle, myself, we team up. We get 10 guesses in 3 minutes to get as many correct answers as possible based off the category that Chris Larson chooses. Caller number 6, you will get to choose over or under based off the category that Chris has chosen. Caller number 9, you are stuck on the other side, but either way, one of you will be walking away with a $50 gift card. Over under, 800-990-3776. Again, 800-990-3776. Caller 6, caller 9. Coming up next for $50, over under, live from Milwaukee Improv. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, presented by the official beer of the NFL, Bud Light.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light.
The fact that I, within a month and a half, would have an opportunity to have Sierra thinking about me, oh, my goodness. I signed up to be with y'all, but I will happily be with Sierra.
All right, take it easy. Put it in the pants. Put it in the pants.
Stop it. Not that type of happy.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Football Guy.
What the hell happened to Bucky on your hat?
Football Guy.
A lot of wear and tear for old B.
Coming at it from different views.
I'm just saying he's well worn. I mean, his face is missing.
Okay, well, it's probably time for me to freshen that up. Bucky wants to flip you off right now.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by Coors Light. Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. And available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
Woo! I am thirsty today. Definitely going to need a cold one. There's the one. I'm back again with Wonder from Potosi Brewing Company. Another special Potosi holiday brew in my hand, and Wonder's going to spread that holiday cheer by telling everyone about their latest creation.
Cow Pie Dessert Stout. You've all had the candy from Baraboo Candy Company. They asked us to collab with themselves, and it emulates the cow pie candy. It has caramel, pecans, and chocolate. The cow pie, of course, is a dessert stout, so I would have it with a dessert. You could probably plop in a scoop of vanilla ice cream in your glass, and you would have your own dessert right there.
Thanks again to Wonder from Potosi Brewing Company for joining Ben's Beer Fridge. I can't wait to get my hands on their special seasonal beers, and you already know, this time of year, you better keep that fridge stocked.
Hi, this is Wayne Larrabee, the voice of Green Bay football. You know, fans count on me to make the right call every time, and I can continue to do that thanks to Summit Eye Care of Wisconsin. When my vision began to drift, my eye doctor said Summit Eye Care was the best place to go. Using the latest adjustable implants, the doctors at Summit were able to fine-tune my vision. In fact, my vision is now the best it's ever been. Summit Eye Care was the right call to help me see all the action on game days.
To schedule an appointment at one of their locations, visit SummitEyeWI.com.
Must be at least 18 years old. Promo code, location, and other restrictions apply. See Sleeper Support Center for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-522-4700 for help.
Think you know basketball? Then try to turn your basketball knowledge into real money with the Sleeper app, the ultimate fantasy sports app that can turn game day into payday. Just download the Sleeper app and pick your favorite sports and players, like basketball star Damian Lillard. With more stats than any sports app, just choose 2 or more of your favorite players from pregame or live. Pick more or less from the predicted stats and ka-ching. You could win up to 100 times your money if your pick wins. With the Sleeper app, you can make picks anytime, even after the game starts. And only on Sleeper can you get up to 100 times payout.
Check out Sleeper today and unlock one of the fastest growing fantasy sports apps in the world. Download right now and get up to $100 deposit match. Use promo code Milwaukee and you'll get up to $100 match on your first deposit. Just go to the App Store, download the Sleeper app today, and remember to use code Milwaukee for up to $100 match on your first deposit. That's promo code Milwaukee.
Is your business looking for localized banking solutions? Fifth Third Bank has been looking forward to the future and helping businesses shape what's next for 165 years. And for the last 14 here in Milwaukee, they offer industry-specific expertise, local decision-making capabilities, and extensive experience to help your business succeed. Fifth Third is big enough to provide sophisticated solutions and expert guidance, but also empowered to make local decisions and work from a foundation of strong community connections. Commercial banking value only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Hey, Drew Scott here, and I'm Jonathan Scott, reminding you that life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. They can help you get just the right protection at just the right price and help you save when you bundle home and auto. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It'll be just right for you. We love a custom build. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live from Milwaukee Improv. Across ESPN Wisconsin, presented by the official beer of the NFL, Bud Light. I like this game a lot, folks, and we are going to play in a second here, but make sure, now that I want to let everyone know, the text line is back. 800-990-3776. You can call or text at that line, and you can get us on YouTube at ESPN Madison and at ESPN Milwaukee streaming live. But Chris, we're going to destroy you today. It's time for a little over-under.
Will the guys hit the over or will they disappoint? It's time for Over Under on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
It is over under, as the big voice said, and the way this game works, Brad Nortman, Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, we are your contestants. We have 3 minutes to get 10 correct answer, or 10 guesses to get as many correct answers as possible based off Chris Larson's category and over-under. So Randy in Oshkosh, he was caller number 6, and he had the choice of over or under, and he chose over. So we need to deliver for Randy, and that means Matt and Racine is stuck on the other side. Chris, what is the category?
Oh, today's category is the top 10 most influential celebrities in America based on the average monthly Google searches. And the over-under is set at 4.5.
You throw some doozies, so 4.5 is the over-under. Yes. Now you need to re-say what the category is. So the most influential.
The top 10 most influential celebrities in America based on the average monthly of Google searches. So I'll give you a little bit more background info here. The top 5 searches in each state are held by only 17 celebrities combined. 12 are musicians, 2 are athletes, and the list also features an entrepreneur, a reality star, and a singer/actress. So the top 10 most influential celebrities in America based on the average monthly Google searches, and the over-under is set at 4.5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right, let us. Are we good to start? We have 3 minutes to get 5 right.
Okay.
All right, whenever you're ready to go.
All right,
Start. 3, 2, 1.
2, 1.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, final answer.
Taylor Swift, number
Beyonce,
1
no.
on the list with 4.5 million Google searches a month.
So Beyonce is definitely we'll put her on this. Let's put our top hot ones right now.
Yeah. How about the entrepreneur? I thought Elon Musk.
Oh, good one. Elon Musk.
Entrepreneur.
Who are the good actors?
How many? There wasn't a lot of actors.
There was 12 musicians. That's a lot.
Jay-Z.
Well, I have Jay-Z, Kanye West, but see, I don't know country music stars and other pop stars. I
feel like country music is too niche.
Way too niche.
Think of like total pop.
Who's the pop star? I mean, who's the no, she's not that.
Like Selena Gomez, like those types.
Oh, yeah,
About Olivia Rodrigo, is that like a
She's not big enough. She's not big enough, I don't think.
Ariana?
Yeah. No, Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah, she's definitely not.
I like the Ariana. I like the
2 minutes.
I like the Miley.
What big movie came out this year?
What the big what?
Movie?
Yeah, you put your hands over. I thought the same thing.
You said what big movie? Let's go with Beyonce. Final answer.
Oh,
that's tough. Jay-Z, should we go? I mean if Rock Nation, is that what it's called?
Aaron Rodgers. He's an athlete. Like, what are the big athletes?
How many athletes were there?
LeBron James.
LeBron James. Final.
LeBron James, number 3 on the list with 2.7 million Google searches a month.
Whoa, slow down. We got 12 musicians out of 17 like total people in the searches thing. Let's focus on musicians. That's our bulk of this.
We don't know musicians.
So we got LeBron, we got Taylor Swift. We're out on Beyonce. Let's go with Jay-Z final.
Boy.
Musicians.
Are we 1 minute.
I can't think of any musician bigger than those 3.
Kyle, you're our pop culture guy.
I hip hop and R&B. Chris Brown. I don't know. Usher.
He's
well, Usher. We was like halftime show.
No, but like he's not influential anymore. Like keep that mindset.
Okay.
I think Elon Musk has got to be.
Elon Musk final.
Or Jeff Bezos.
Elon Musk, number 2 on the list with 2.8 million Google searches a month.
And he said it was 12.
We need 2 more out of 5 guesses.
30 seconds.
Ariana Grande final.
Ariana Grande, number 8 on the list with 1.7 million Google searches a month.
Adele final. We have 3 guesses. So
like Bono?
No.
He's influential.
He's old as hell.
Paul McCartney. Like who are the famous?
This is recent. What are we doing? We don't live in 1975.
9.
Miley Cyrus final.
7. 6.
Selena Gomez
5.
final.
4.
Justin Bieber.
Oh.
2.
On the list.
1.
You guys are such Bono? Paul McCartney?
Justin Bieber on the list.
All right, let's go through the list here then. So Taylor Swift, you had number 1. Number 2 is Elon Musk. 3 was LeBron James. 4 was Rihanna. 5 was Selena Gomez. 6 was Leo Messi.
Lionel Messi.
Number 7 was Kim Kardashian. Number 8, Ariana Grande. 9 was Justin Bieber. And 10 was Billie Eilish.
Yeah. I
The
like
worst
Billie Eilish.
singer of all time.
Oh, stop it. Oh.
She sings as good as Taylor Swift.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't
Taylor
do that.
Swift is better. Don't disrespect Taylor like that.
Brad wasn't here for our true Taylor Swift take.
Oh.
You guys think Billie Eilish can't sing? Have you heard Ocean Eyes before?
She's okay.
She talks.
Oh
she's a
my
talk.
God.
She's a talk singer.
Kind of mumbler.
Well. Yeah.
What?
Nice echo.
Yeah. You yelled so loud that our iPad picked that up.
I just think it's ridiculous. Billie Eilish is better than Taylor Swift in my perspective.
Well, you again. This is why Kyle couldn't say a joke earlier because he said all of his are cancelable. Sexual, racial. What else we got?
We'll
stop. Religious, misogynistic.
We don't need to go revisit the past and old things like that. Let's leave that in the early part of this hour so I don't get canceled.
Chris, I got to know, from 11 to 20, is that a recorded amount on the list? Can you see who those names were?
I don't have that. I only have the top 10.
You don't have that?
Yeah.
Okay. I still don't think Bono was a bad answer.
Rihanna, I should have thought of Rihanna. But
Rihanna's good.
I'm shocked. How is Rihanna not on the list? Beyonce's not on the list and Rihanna is? That's shocking.
Man, just goes to show, man. That like ends the Taylor Swift Beyonce debate.
Yeah,
doesn't
so.
it?
Dunzo.
I mean, barrier.
Kim Kardashian's on that list?
I believe that.
That's insane.
I'm surprised Selena Gomez is on the list.
Me too. Well, Selena actually is the most followed person on Twitter. Is that
Is she
correct?
really?
I believe so. We can fact check, but I'm pretty sure Selena Gomez is the most followed person on social media.
You know, she has like the cooking show, and she has that show on Hulu, and she sings. So, like, I think she's got her hands in a lot.
Congratulations to Randy and Oshkosh for believing in Kyle, Brust, and Nortman despite no help from Nortman or Kyle.
I got Elon.
I feel like Ben Brust really carried his weight there. Bono and Paul McCartney? Like, what the hell were you guys
I
thinking?
contend that's a pretty good answer. They're influential.
Elon Musk has
50
the
years
most
ago.
Twitter followers with 161 million.
No, who has the most Instagram?
Oh, Instagram?
Selena Gomez is the most followed woman, actor, musician.
Do you follow
North
people like
American on
that?
Instagram.
No.
Over
Like, I don't follow
429 million
anybody
followers.
who probably has over 100 million followers, or even like a million. I follow people that
Selena's
I know.
number 3. Number 1 is Cristiano Ronaldo with 613 million on Instagram. Lionel Messi's number 2.
Who is that?
494.
Cristiano Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
There we go. And you will win a $50 gift card, Randy and Oshkosh, 800-990-3776 on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. We're live from Milwaukee Improv. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Matt LaFleur, Joe Barry. We got a lot to discuss Packers-wise, plus Jason Wilde and the Take Machine, all coming up soon as we get you ready for 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and 100.5 ESPN's coverage of the Milwaukee Bucks. Stay tuned. 2 minutes.
Get your game on at the Island Resort and Casino with first-round picks of your favorite slots and table games. Bring friends and watch your favorite team compete on big screens. Grab game day eats in T. McSee's Sports Bar or celebrate your team's victory in Horizon's Steakhouse. To book your game time at the Island Resort and Casino, call 800-682-6040 today.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta Restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolottas.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta Restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
Get the gift of savings Friday through Sunday, in-store only during Fleet Fest at Fleet Farm. Get a $10 gift card when you buy $50 in toys for the kids. Take an extra 20% off all varieties of wild bird food. And save $10 instantly on any $75 purchase for a limited time only with our seasonal savings coupon. Shop in-store this Friday through Sunday for even more Fleet Fest deals at Fleet Farm, where we have everything you need for everyone on your list.
It's never too early to start making your list and checking it twice. Give the gift of a delicious Milwaukee food and city tours experience this holiday season. From a walking tour on Brady Street to our tacos and tequila bus tour or our beloved Christmas bakery bus tour, we have something for all tastes. Plus, we're offering a 15% discount on all gift card purchases through the end of the year. Send your clients, colleagues, or family this delicious gift at MilwaukeeFoodTours.com.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from Milwaukee Improv and the corners of Brookfield. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Live from Milwaukee Improv, it is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. I'm getting ready. I got a 4-minute set to do it around 6:15. I've been waiting for 3 years to not do it, and here I am finally collecting the debt. It's Kyle Wallace, the heartbeat of the show, to my left. To his left is Brad Nortman. And, Brad, while you were gone, Kyle and I, we were having a conversation about Matt LaFleur because in the turnaround of this Green Bay Packers team, there is a retirement that I've made of Matty Mouse LaFleur. He's gone. He does not exist. I don't even know what that. I don't even know what that voice was. It just was It was a Freudian slip. And so with that, Kyle and I were thinking if there is an opportunity, we should jump on it. At the time, before the Packers played the Chiefs, was it?
It was before. It was last Wednesday.
Yeah, because we came back from the Detroit victory over Thanksgiving, and we're like, man, they've won 2 of their last 3 at that point. Yep, they had beat the Rams, they lost to Pittsburgh, they beat the Chargers, and Jordan Love started to play well. And once they beat the Detroit Lions, there was so much value in Pato Sportsbook. Matt LaFleur, Coach of the Year, plus 10,000. So we had bet $10, and if he becomes Coach of the Year, we would each win 1,000 as 2 bet slips. Now, I'm willing to broker a deal. I don't know if Kyle is.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
We're a team.
Oh, okay.
What if we split that 3 ways?
Sure.
No, you don't have to do that.
No, we'll do
you don't have to do that. You guys put your.
No. I'm good with it.
Are you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why
when
would
your
you
voice
be?
gets
Why would
when
you
your
be?
voice gets high, I don't trust you.
Yeah, this is my friend. If it was you, no. But
I did.
Brad, you know what, Brad? Yeah.
How about this? If we do win 2,000 collectively, we give him 250 each. He gets 500.
Yeah. Would you take 500?
Yeah, I would take anything.
You would get 667 or whatever would be it split by thirds. You missed some time. You weren't around. You decided to choose France over us, so we're not going to give you the whole cut of pie.
You claim you was listening.
But we will get you involved in that. And the reason why I bring that up is because the odds since Matt LaFleur and the Green Bay Packers beat the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday night have gone to anywhere from plus 3,000. I've seen plus 2,500. And why that's important is because they play the weakest schedule in the NFL moving forward. So the New York Giants, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Carolina Panthers, the Minnesota Vikings, and the Chicago Bears. There is no team over 500. There is one team at 500, which I believe is the Buccaneers, if I'm not mistaken. Regardless of whatever that story is, Albert Breer, who writes for the NFL in a national level, started his mailbag this morning with the tweet saying, Matt LaFleur, legit Coach of the Year candidate. And in order for us to collect at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, we're going to need that national recognition because that's going to be how Matt LaFleur does that. So I ask you guys, however you would like to answer, because I know, Brad, you've been gone a little bit. What has impressed you most about what Matt LaFleur has done since you've really been on these airwaves?
Yeah, when you look at Coach LaFleur and his body of work, there's no doubt, and we never doubted his ability to coach football at a high level, right? You can't win 13 games 3 years straight and win the division and make playoff runs like he did. Clearly, he is capable as a head coach. The question was he right for this young team? We know he can have success with veterans. Can he have success with young guys? Because it's a completely different skill set that you need to be able to shape and grow and develop young guys as opposed to just manage and game plan with older guys. So for me, 2 things jump out that he has done with these incredibly young cast of characters. And that's 2 things. Number 1 is game plan. I mean, he is putting together game plans that, look, these guys, these young receivers, running backs, even offensive linemen, tight end, and of course Jordan Love, they're playing well, but they're not perfect. They are very limited and very flawed. He is putting them in incredible situations to be successful. You can see that unfold now to be able to where you're seeing plays develop in week 10 to have a different look of it in week 13 and even quarter 1 and quarter 3. So he's putting together game plans and plays to just make it look like, okay, there is an open receiver or there's misdirection to allow for a guy to be open. Or even just Jordan Love, here, you need to make this read. If you make this read, then you know this. If it's not there, you go this way. You have to set your guys up for success, and he's doing that. I didn't think he was going to be able to. We had this analogy where we talked about he had success with high school students. He's like a high school teacher. He's a fun youth group guy, and he's used to teenagers, and he has comfort level with them. And he got reassigned to the daycare. there, and he's dealing with toddlers. And I think there was some real doubt that he'd be able to connect with them. We now know that he is more than just a high school teacher. He is a great teacher in general to be able to connect with the young people. So game plan. And the other thing is comfort. It wasn't long ago that Jordan Love, he looked like he was aiming, struggling, inaccurate. And what did Matt LaFleur do? He probably told them a lot more privately, but publicly he said, hey, just let it rip. Just let it go. Let it be fluid. Let it run. And since then, Jordan Love has been a completely different quarterback. Those are two signs of a great coach. Great game plans, making your players very comfortable to play the game that they want to play. He has done both, and it is showing up on the field.
Brad, I absolutely agree with everything that you said. And here's my thing I'm going to say about Matt LaFleur. When I was a kid in middle school, we talked about virtues. What are the different virtues? And one of the virtues was patience. And let me tell you, Matt LaFleur is virtuous because he has the patience of a saint, and he was able to be patient with these young group of players that he worked with. We already know this is the youngest team in the NFL. When they opened up the season, they had the most players on their opening day roster, their 53-man roster that had basically no experience, no previous in-game experience. 17 players of the 53 had no NFL in-game experience. So to be able to take a team that had that amount of youth, that amount of inexperience, and get them to this point is incredible. It is absolutely a masterclass of coaching that we have seen from Matt LaFleur. And again, this team, not only was it young and inexperienced, but also they were losing. Losing can become contagious. Losing can become terrible for a locker room, and then all of a sudden you have fractures in locker rooms. You look over there in Carolina. Carolina has a fractured locker room. You have players talking about coaches going behind players' back. It is hard to keep a locker room from crumbling, especially when you're youthful and you're losing football games. Matt LaFleur was able to take a team that had no real leader coming back from this year because, let's be honest, David Bakhtiari, you can look him in as a leader, but he got hurt. Aaron Jones has been hurt all year. Jair Alexander is definitely not a vocal leader for that team. You were trying to groom somebody in Jordan Love to be that brand new leader. He was able to take all these young pieces, put them together, and stay patient, stay the course. When they went 2-5, he didn't go and say, he didn't go on a press conference and bash anybody. He stayed positive and said, hey, listen, we're going to get there. That's what's going to happen. We're going to eventually get there. So the fact that Matt LaFleur was able to turn it around in this season, and not just turn it around in this season, beat good teams. It's one thing to beat bad teams.
Yeah.
It's another thing to beat first-place teams in your division. It's another thing to also be in all these games. There was only one game, which was, I guess, two games. Two games the Green Bay Packers were not in this season. The game against the Vikings and the game against the Lions. Every other game that the Packers stepped foot on the football field, that team was in the game. And I have to give credit to Matt LaFleur for being able to get his guys prepared to play well and not really be concerned about the inexperience that we used to talk about. So this is why Matt LaFleur should be the coach of the year, because he has taken the youngest team with the most inexperience, with a brand new quarterback, to the brink of potentially making the playoffs.
This kind of success with this young of a team, it would be unprecedented. I would love to know what the youngest team is in NFL history to make a playoff, and I would say this team has to be right in line with it, if not lower, and you can't overstate how important experience is. I mean, the game moves fast, the playbooks are complicated, and everyone hits hard, and that is a hard thing to experience and succeed in without experience. And these guys don't have experience, and they're doing it.
So for me, the biggest thing in, we kind of tiptoe around it. I've mentioned over and over, D-Bach, Aaron Jones not being here, the young wide receivers and rookies. That in itself is impressive. But do you know how hard it is in year one to follow a freaking legend?
Yeah.
It is impossible to follow a legend. I think specifically, Bo Ryan, what he did at the University of Wisconsin from a basketball perspective was unprecedented. Everyone was so initially very hard on guard. He went to 2 Sweet 16s initially right after Bo Ryan stepped down.
Bo's team.
And then it was Bo's team. And then when it wasn't Bo's guys, it was guard can't recruit. and then he won a Big Ten title and another Big Ten title. He still doesn't see the tournament success I think fans want, but my point is, when you are following a legend, you are going to be viewed in a lens that is unfair to you, whether you like it or not. Whether you, Brad, Kyle, or me, or anyone listening right now around the world, yes, around the world, because you can stream us anywhere, YouTube, Wisconsin On Demand, call us, text us, 800-990-3776. My point is we only know Aaron Rodgers for like the last 15 years of our life throwing the football. So even when we see Sunday Night Football throw the graphic up of Favre to Rodgers to Love, that itself is unfair. And we're doing this in his first year as a starter. So to me, for Matt LaFleur to put this team in a place to be successful and for Jordan Love to follow a legend and to carve his own identity as quick as he has, that is growing in terms of impressiveness for me.
And I think that is the reason why Matt LaFleur should also get credit. It's what he was able to do with a young quarterback. Again, from what I've been told by everybody, what we're seeing in Green Bay when we saw Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers, that was special. It's impossible for it to happen again. For that to happen again speaks volumes about what Matt LaFleur and what the overall organization has done to surround him around coaching, right? We talked about Tom Clements, but also coaching that can help him thrive and succeed. And so, again, that should also play into it. Following the legend, having a better record this year, potentially, which they probably will, having a better record this year than what they did last year with Aaron Rodgers and less veterans on that team, that also should play into the voting as well, because that is impressive. How well can you maximize the talent on your team? Are you going to have your team overachieve? That's what this award is about. Because if it was about the best coach, then Matt LaFleur would already have multiple Coach of the Years. It's not about having the best record and the best team. It's about the coach that has the most impressive year coaching, which right now, Matt LaFleur is him and maybe one other coach.
Live from Milwaukee Improv, you're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, and we're going to get to Jason Wilde because we do have to get you all on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and 100.5 ESPN Madison to the network pregame show starting at 3:30 on those stations. We'll be on 94.5 until 5 o'clock. We'll be back with Jason Wilde.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
And I said, it just came out. I said, are y'all going to talk the whole show like this?
Good for you.
For the next 25 minutes, all they said was they started ribbing me. Oh, you going to clap like that the whole time? You going to laugh like that the whole time?
No.
You going to lay back like that the whole time? Why don't y'all go sit over in them open seats?
Presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Wrapping things up with a ramp closure. 175 southbound and 94 westbound is closed right now because of a crash, so watch out for that. Westbound itself is going to be a bit backed up from 27th Street through to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound side of 94 backing up from 84th Street all the way to about Hawley Road. Southbound 43 slow from Silver Spring all the way down to Locust. Traffic is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly sunny with a high of 50. Tonight, partly cloudy and mild, a low of 41. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
He's the most interesting man in sports radio.
Well, should I have a chip on my shoulder that I'm not making as much money as Skip Bayless?
In his mind, anyway. The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
I guess you could say it's getting better and better.
Well, no, you don't have to. You played on it. Maybe it didn't.
I don't think it ever did.
Okay.
I really don't.
The Homer Hour with Homer. Weekdays from 5 to 6. Right here on 94.5 ESPN and streaming live on YouTube.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today, you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2023 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats. Now through Wednesday, save on 10 to 12 count or 10 to 12 ounce selected varieties Folgers or Dunkin' Donuts coffee, $6.99. 18 to 80 count selected varieties Hefty trash bags, $7.99. 23.6 to 36 ounce selected varieties Edwards cream pies, $5.99. 5 to 8 ounce selected varieties Sargento shredded cheese, 2 for $6.
Look at those brats. You do tailgating right. Absolutely. Did you see the spread out there? You've got enough food to feed the entire lot. I'm splurging now and then hoping to win $700 in free groceries. $700? Yeah, it's all part of the 70th anniversary at Century Foods. No kidding. Next week, I'll do the shopping. Maybe I'll score $700 in groceries. All you need is the weekly code. It's on Century's Facebook or Instagram. Oh, I just remembered. I'll be out of town next week. Yeah, right, cheapskate.
Ends January 3rd.
It's time for the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Join Shaka Smart, Jen Latta, and special guest Oso Ighodaro on Thursday, December 7th from 6 to 7 p.m. for Marquette Thursdays at Motor Bar and Restaurant at the Harley-Davidson Museum.
The 8th-ranked Golden Eagles led by as many as 32 points as they cruise to an 86-65 victory over number 12 Texas at Fiserv Forum. Tyler Kolek stuffed the stat sheet, finishing with 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. His 4th career game with at least 25, 5, and 5. He also added 3 steals in 31 minutes of action. Head coach Shaka Smart pleased with how his senior point guard came out aggressive from the opening tip.
It was night and day different from Saturday. First play of the game, he was aggressively looking to shoot.
MU improves to 7-2 overall. They welcome Notre Dame to Fiserv Forum Saturday night.
This has been the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Motor Bar and Restaurant at the Harley-Davidson Museum is the home of Marquette Thursdays all season long. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, live from the corners of Brookfield at Milwaukee Improv on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Bud Light.
Tell me now, do you want it? 'Cause these dancing feet don't cry to the rhythm they cry for you.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live from Milwaukee Improv, and we are presented by the official beer of the NFL, Bud Light, and who has always played a very crucial role in our communities because Anheuser-Busch's 13-plus year commitment to Folds of Honor. And throughout football season, Bud Light has committed a donation of $3 million to the Folds of Honor First Responders Scholarship Fund. This is notable because it is a new platform for Folds of Honor as their primary focus has been involved around military support. So with this, Folds of Honor is aiming to aim awareness for First Responders Scholarship Program, and they will ensure families who have sacrificed so much for the country and the communities receive educational opportunities they deserve. Families of the fallen or disabled first responders can find more information at budlight.com/Folds of Honor. Happy to be joined on this Thursday by Jason Wilde of Wilde and Tausch across these very stations from 9 to noon. Jason, you're with the whole crew. How are you?
Great to have longtime NFL punter Brad Nortman back in the country and back on the program. But what are you doing at the Improv?
So we have a great partnership with the Corners of Brookfield, and in the Corners of Brookfield is Milwaukee Improv. And Jason, going back a ways, we used to do this Lottery of Punishment on Scalzo and Brust with Jason Wilde. And one of the spins in which I spun was to do a stand-up comedy set. And I've dodged it, and I've dodged it, and I've dodged it. And today is the day that I pay the debt. Any advice for me up on the stage?
Well, wait a minute. Are you funny?
No.
He's funny looking. I don't know about.
Well, at least you're self-aware. That's a good start. So wait.
Yes,
so what have you done? Do you have material ready?
Oh yeah. I have something relatable.
Have you tested it?
I've tested it on somebody that you know and worked with. No, because they might be here, so I didn't want to test it on them. I tested with someone who was not able to come, who is in the content world. Maybe he just thinks I'm funny as one of those people that laughs at me. But I'm going to give it a shot. What's the worst that happens, Jason? I get booed off the stage and a tomato thrown at me?
I don't think they throw tomatoes. Do they still throw tomatoes at bad comics? I don't think that. I think
I'll let you know.
Kyle's got one in his pocket.
I can go stop next door at the grocery store and go grab some tomatoes just in case he sucks.
Jason, what do you think the odds are he gets a genuine laugh? Just one genuine crowd laugh.
And then the rest would be like pity or courtesy laps.
Yeah, but just even one, really good joke to hit.
If this was, Tausch always talks about his prize picks. If we put the more or less projection at 1/2 of a genuine laugh, I'm taking more.
Okay.
It may only be one, but I think you're going to get. Now, again, you didn't test drive the material with me, so will there be video available of this, or is this a no video location?
It's a no video, but I'm guessing because of our partnership, I may have the power to say, like, when I'm up there, let this one person record. But I don't think I want to utilize that power based off why you're asking.
Well, so I here's the thing. You can always then be a little bit dishonest and tell me after the fact, yeah, they said no filming. And they were very adamant about that. But then if it's good and you get at least that one genuine laugh, I mean, let's be honest, it's not going to be good. But you may get one laugh, and I think that clip is worth it would be worth having. It would be great to have that as social media fodder, and for those of us that are doubting how humorous you might be, to be able to say, hey, look, I crushed it on this joke. I really nailed it. So I know this isn't the best pep talk you've ever gotten. I'm sure Bo Ryan.
No. This really isn't. You're not like Bo Ryan before the Elite Eight.
But I think you'll get one genuine laugh, and I can't wait to see the video of it.
You know who might be getting the last laugh, Jason, is Goot, Matt LaFleur. And I said might. I said might because obviously there's a lot to play out. And what my question to you is Albert Breer wrote about this, and if you didn't know this, Kyle and I, before the Chiefs game, were like, hey, man, there might be some value here. So we went to our good friends at Pato Sportsbook. It was plus 10,000 for Matt LaFleur to win Coach of the Year. We put $10 down to win $1,000 each. Do you believe that Matt LaFleur is a legit Coach of the Year candidate because they have a potential to run some off here?
Yeah, I find this fascinating, and I know that I'm not very fun at parties because of the way I view this stuff. But, like, when they were 2-5, he was the odds-on favorite to be the next coach fired, right? Mm-hmm. Like, that's what we do here. Like, it's just I hate it. I do. I think he's done a great job. You know, I had an interesting conversation about an hour ago with Sean Clifford and one with Jordan Love about how LaFleur is allowing Jordan Love to what we call can more plays at the line of scrimmage. And if you don't know what that means, when you're watching the game, if you see Jordan go up to each ear hole of his helmet and kind of shake his hands back and forth, that's him indicating that they're running their can play. And they call those can plays because if you don't like the look that the defense is giving you, you can run this adjacent play instead. And so we saw Love do that more in this game than he had in all the previous games. And I was asking Sean Clifford what do I take from that? Is that a sign of faith and trust? He said, yeah, but let's be honest. And I think Jordan would tell you this too. He said, between young guys we had out on the field and Jordan's inexperience and my inexperience, it's probably smarter to be simple, right? And maybe it didn't lead to results, but it could have been really, really bad if we had tried to do some of the things we're doing now. But now we're at a point where we're able to do these things, and the offense is different. And so it's really interesting insight. I'm going to write about it for Sunday in the.
Why does everyone have to touch their head?
It's really fascinating.
I always find it funny that the running back that the quarterback's not looking at touches their head.
Like that they got it. Yeah.
Just on tape when they go back, like, how come you didn't touch your head? Did you not know he said can?
Well, that's the whole thing.
They want to confirm
They want to confirm that you did. Did you not know?
I mean, I figured if he says can, like you hear it. Like
you don't know that they hear it.
You might be looking away for a quick minute or something like that.
That confirmation. But Jason, I know you don't like to get into whether or not he'll be Coach of the Year, but the resume, if they were to win, heck, the last 4 or 5 games, but let's just say they run the table, he should be the Coach of the Year, right?
Yes. And if they win the Super Bowl, he definitely should be, although it's a regular season award. Look, I get it. Things are going better. But, that my issue with this, Kyle, is not the idea of having the conversation. I'm fine with that. I get it. I understand what we do here. But what it indicates is why we have to be more patient about things. Because the same people, not the people on this panel necessarily, but the same people that were convinced that he didn't know what the hell he was doing and that he should get fired are now in this conversation of, well, now they've won 4 of their last 5 and 3 in a row. He should be a candidate to be the coach of the year. And this is why I just get frustrated with so much of the riding the roller coaster. And I get it. Fans are going to do that. I totally understand it. But this is why we should stop short of being so concretely critical, right? Like, LaFleur stinks. He's doing a terrible job. These guys are regressing. He doesn't know what he's doing. I think he might get fired at the end of the season, right? I mean, that's what people were saying at 2-5. And now suddenly he knows what he's doing. Did he suddenly, start taking Nuriva or whatever that brain vitamin is that the woman from Jeopardy talks about, Blossom? I mean, or maybe he knew what the hell he was doing the whole time, but it took time for all these young guys to figure out what the hell they were doing and for him to figure out how much he should put on their plates and whether or not those plates were getting larger. I'm just such a process-based person as opposed to results-based that they trusted the process and now they're getting the results. So should he really have been as roundly criticized as he was being for what was happening then when we didn't probably appreciate just how hard the job was? That's all. And I just think the fact that now we're having this conversation is, I don't want to call it comical, but it certainly does tell you just how quickly things change in a lot of people's minds.
Jason, thank you for the warm welcome back to the States, by the way. It's good to be back on KBN, chatting with you. Thank you. Now, one coach that has been on the hot seat that has been more verbal, kind of across the whole state of whether or not he's on the hot seat or not, and due to his defense's performance is Joe Barry. But his defense has been performing quite well this season. Has he assured himself another year with this team in 2024?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it's possible that their defense could completely collapse, which would change the narrative. But I don't envision that happening. Saquon Barkley should probably challenge a run defense that has not been very good. It's the one kind of Achilles heel that we've seen from this defense this year. But look, they've been really good in the red zone. They are really good in points. They're 9th in the league in points allowed, fewest points allowed. So they have played winning football far more often than they haven't. So I think I would be stunned if they played as poorly as they would need to in order for him to lose his job, is I guess how I would put it. So I don't see that occurring, and he deserves some credit. Tausch wanted to know if I owed him an apology. I think I've been fair with him. I don't think I've been unfair to him in any way, and I don't think most of us have been. Fans were very frustrated with him in the past, and if they have a crucial game where the defense plays poorly, those same fans are going to be critical again, and deservedly so. But I don't think we've been unfairly critical to him. I just think that his defense has played up to expectations, maybe slightly better than expectations this season, and that should earn him another year.
Well, Jason, we got to get out of here for 14:30 ESPN Beaver Dam, 100.5 ESPN Madison for the Bucks game. Thank you for the time, and we will talk to you on Monday.
All right, guys, take care. Be good. Good luck tonight, Benny.
Thank you. I know you don't mean that. I only get 0.5 of a joke, but I'll take it. That was Jason Wilde of Wilde and Tausch. We'll be back on 94.5 ESPN. Go Bucks on our other stations.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, presented by Bud Light.
No, some of those things I say act like I think I'm something that I'm not.
I mean, you could say finna. Say, listen, I'm finna do this show here from 5 to 6.
I'm finna do the show.
The Homer Hour finna be lit from 5 to 6.
No, I'll never say that again.
It rolls, though, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. It's not me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We start off with some delays along southbound 43 coming in from Bender Road all the way down to Fond du Lac Avenue. Northbound side's heavy from North Avenue up to Keefe. Westbound 94 backing up from 25th Street all the way through the Stadium Interchange, with some delays on southbound 41 too from Appleton Avenue all the way down past Capitol Drive. Traffic is brought to you by the Bartolotta Restaurants, providing memorable experiences for nearly 30 years. Get the perfect holiday gift this season, a Bartolotta's gift card. Purchase yours at bartolottas.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, partly cloudy skies and mild, low of 41. Tomorrow, increasing clouds, a high all the way up to 55. Weather's brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and it's pre-bowl season, but that doesn't mean we're not going to make a ton of money this week. Go to fatjacksports.com. It's the calm before the bowl storm $99 weekend special. Everything through Monday, only $99, including a huge weekend Sunday card going in the NFL. Get signed up at fatjacksports.com. Add some consistency to your gambling and start making money for only $99 through Monday, or everything through the end of the NCAA championship season for as little as $4.99. Fatjacksports.com to win.
Tito's handmade vodka is so good and smooth, you can mix it with anything. Now, hear us out. If your usual brunch cocktail sounds like a Tito's Bloody Mary stacked with garnishes is more like Tito's. Sounds pretty good. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
Set your game plan for a new baseball season with a 2024 Brewers 4-pack. Pick from 4 action-packed plan choices, each loaded with can't-miss Brewers games to fit your schedule and the best ticket prices. All available before single-game tickets are sold. Plus, when you buy a pair of 4-packs, you'll get a limited edition Brewers knit hat. Find the right plan for you today at brewers.com/4packs.
Looking for a fun family activity to get in the holiday spirit? Visit or volunteer for Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive in Grafton on Saturday, December 9th.
It's a totally free event. Capco is dedicated to bringing communities together and has collected nearly 300,000 toys through Kids to Kids.
Join us in WTMJ for a celebration of giving and bring a new unwrapped toy to help children in need this holiday season. To support, visit kidstokidstoydrive.com.
And don't forget to bring toys.
With a local Milwaukee team, Fifth Third Bank knows what success looks like. They've been serving businesses and individuals in the area for nearly 15 years, including a long-standing commitment to the healthcare industry. From expansion to technology to reducing the risk of fraud, Fifth Third offers a full suite of financial services and solutions across the healthcare spectrum to meet the complex moments you're navigating. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, custom solutions built around your goals, member FDIC.
It's never too early to start making your list and checking it twice. Give the gift of a delicious Milwaukee food and city tours experience this holiday season. From a walking tour on Brady Street to our tacos and tequila bus tour or our beloved Christmas bakery bus tour, we have something for all tastes. Plus, we're offering a 15% discount on all gift card purchases through the end of the year. Send your clients, colleagues, or family this delicious gift at MilwaukeeFoodTours.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, live from the corners of Brookfield at Milwaukee Improv on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Bud Light.
Baby, I want you, so won't you come rock my body, body, body. Won't you come rock my body? Baby, I need you.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Not psych. Testing on my joke material right now. We just left 100.5 ESPN and 1430 ESPN for the Milwaukee Bucks network pregame show. We're on 94.5 ESPN till 5 o'clock. I, Ben Brust, will be doing an open mic set for 4 minutes here at Milwaukee Improv at the corners of Brookfield. Kyle Wallace to my left, as well as Brad Nortman. And one of our favorite segments that we debuted a couple weeks ago. It's time for the third time ever. Let's go to the take machine.
We've all got 'em. Sometimes they leave you with a good feeling.
You're incredible.
But most of the time they end up leaving you unsatisfied.
Do you have anything bigger?
This is the Take Machine on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
All right, if we don't have a voicemail line set up by next Thursday, I'll be very disappointed because I'm going around town and people are saying, how do I get involved with the Take Machine?
Really?
Yes.
Well, we can make it happen.
We better make it happen by next Thursday if it's not done. So the Take Machine is an opportunity for Brad, Kyle, and I to shut up, but then react and not shut up. So we give the opportunity for anybody in our office because, a lot of times they're not working and, they're just dilly-dallying. And so since we have a lot of teammates with a lot of time to talk, we get them on the microphone and we get them to give them our takes.
A lot of time to talk, huh?
Oh, yeah.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah. I was trying to get a look from one in front of me, see if he was going to get a little angry or smile, but he gets it. So let's go to the first take, and this could be from anybody across our offices.
All right, KBN, you want to take? I got a take for you. Listen closely because this is going to upset a lot of people. Dogs. Unbelievably overrated. I'm not even going to get onto a tangent about the small dogs, those little rat dogs. I don't know what people are doing. Those little gremlin-looking things. They're literally worthless. They're not going to protect you. They're not. I wasn't going to get smarted on the small dogs, but just dogs in general. Why do people? You go to the store and they got the fresh dog food. They're feeding dogs better than they're feeding most people. And then you got the people, it's my dog's birthday. It's this. It got the dog a jacket. There are kids in this country without jackets. And you got your dogs dressed up like they're... I just don't get it. I don't understand why people are so obsessed with their dogs. You want to have a pet? You want to have a dog? Cool. We don't got to freak out about them. And the people who bring their dogs into the grocery store or into the any store, if it is not, I have much respect for service dogs and medical dogs, all those kinds of things. But if it is not for one of those reasons, and you're just walking around the produce section with your little rat in a cage or next to you, I saw a dog in the store the other day just walk. The workers aren't going to say anything, not their job. People just bring their dogs into stores or at a bar once. There was a dog just running around. I'm trying to eat some wings. You got this nasty dog just walk. No, absolutely not. Keep your dogs at home. Keep your dogs to yourself. No one cares that it's your dog's birthday. No one cares about your stupid dog. Just shut up, dog people. Get over yourselves. Take care of humans, and then maybe we can take care of canines.
All right, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. That's someone that's never been loved in his entire life. That's someone that's never had a companion. That's someone that's never had a snuggle with a great dog who cares about them. A dog is a man or a person's best friend. When I have a bad day and I go home, you know who's always going to be there? Your spouse. Your spouse might be mad at you. You know who's not going to be? Your dog. And your dog's going to unconditionally love you. You could yell at the dog 5 times, which I never do, but I'm saying they are so sweet and genuine that the next day or the next hour that you come back, they will love you. I see a person ranting who needs love, care, and compassion in his life.
Look, I think I'm more in agreement with Ben than I am on this take. I love dogs. Dogs give you that unconditional love. They are great companions, and they provide a lot of fun. I hate cats. There are certain pets I do hate. Dogs are amongst the best kind of pets.
Anti-cat as well.
Yeah. The one thing that I do kind of agree on with the take, though, is the fact that sometimes it feels like we value dog lives more than human lives, which I think is really, really strange and bizarre. But that doesn't mean you should take down all dog owners and dogs themselves.
Humans are imperfect people. Dogs are not. They're so sweet and genuine. So I agree, it is a dog versus a human in terms of a life, but at the same time, when you spend time around a dog and they're just so loving and caring and unconditionally loving, how do you not care about
them? The dog has no choice but to be loving. You feed them, you bathe them. If they act crazy, y'all get rid of them. The dog has no choice but to love you, Ben, because if the dog didn't love you, the dog was biting you, the dog was always barking, what would you do with the dog? Would you keep it?
I would be able to
keep.
I'm a dog whisperer.
Oh, come on.
Exactly.
I would take him to sit dog training, and then we could have a happy, confident, and obedient dog.
Yeah, well, that's what they need to do for most dogs. But you know what? The take was spot on. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
You have no love and compassion in your life either.
No, I get love from my mom. I get love from my dad. I get love from my brother. I get love from my cousins. I get love from actual humans. People I can have real conversations with. Now, I'm not saying don't go and get you a dog. Go get whatever makes you happy. I just think it's really sad in this country that people are so dependent on dogs that they let them sleep in their bed with them, that you share food
This little guy was sleeping in the bed.
Do you lick that little guy in the mouth? Do you let him kiss you?
He kisses my nosy.
Exactly. That little dog licks his booty hole and then licks your nose. That is disgusting. And so, yes, we have taken this obsession and this love affair with dogs entirely too far in this country. And yes, Brad, you're right. People do value dog lives over human lives. It is just ridiculous what they have in this country. And then on top of it, y'all let them sleep in the bed with you. My goodness, it's just
so
disgusting.
snuggly.
Exactly. Yeah, you snuggle with something that rolls around outside. Have you ever wiped your dog's butt before?
Of course.
You actually wipe your dog's butt?
Well, I mean, if there's poop stuck, yeah, I'll get out and clean it up and wash my hands.
You literally.
It's training me for parenthood.
You depend on your dog more than you depend on the person you love in your life. That is crazy.
800-990-3776. If you want to react to the take machine that dogs are, we've gone too far with dogs. I mean, that's ridiculous.
They are overrated. Dogs are absolutely needy. They just want attention. I don't know why you don't like cats.
You're done. You're done.
Cats are selfish and jerks.
Wouldn't you rather have somebody that don't need to be, when you go on vacation, you don't need to put them somewhere. They can just be around the house. They have their litter. They pee in the box like they're supposed to. They'll eat their food as they need to. But what do dogs do? They're needy. Now you go on vacation, you got to go take them to doggy daycare.
They're very
needy.
sweet and very loving.
Yeah, cats. You'd never describe a cat as loving.
They're low maintenance.
I've been scratched by way too many damn cats.
They're low maintenance. I like low maintenance. I don't want a cat.
If there was a small dog and a small cat, I would love to kick the cat as far as Brad can punt a football.
Yeah.
Small dogs.
800-990-3776. Chris, let's hit the next take.
My take is, with how bad things have transpired for the New York Jets, this offseason, Aaron Rodgers will request a trade from the New York Jets, and we will confirm that life is a circle because the Minnesota Vikings will be the partner from a trade aspect for the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers to the Minnesota Vikings, our worst nightmare.
I'm into it. I am into it. I mean, it's a disaster over there. They don't want any of the players that Aaron brought over. Aaron himself got hurt over there. The Vikings have been talking about moving away from Kirk Cousins. Now, the one thing that I can argue against is if you are going to move away from Kirk Cousins, why would you bring in someone who's older and coming off an Achilles injury?
Because he's better.
I agree, but he's coming off an Achilles injury.
They both would be, too.
Yeah. I would love to see it happen, but I actually do not think he will. I think Aaron Rodgers, he's been too committed to the New York Jets. He's been so verbally supportive of the organization and taking that leadership role, putting people, put his arms around the organization. I cannot see him requesting a trade. I would love to see it. It would be a lot of, fun to be able to have him be a Minnesota Viking and have this whole thing reoccur again. But I just do not see that happening. He's staying a New York Jet. I think that would actually do damage for his reputation. I think Rodgers is aware of his reputation.
See, here's the thing. I'm not...
262 chimes in. Justin, studies show dog owners live longer. Suck it, Kyle. Have fun living shorter than
my
me.
grandmother lived to her... Both of my grandmas lived to their 90s, and they did not own dogs. So
yeah, well, they didn't have disdain like you did.
Yeah, okay, sure. But my take on this is, I don't think it's a bad take from the sense of him requesting a trade, but he's not going to Minnesota. He's not going to Minnesota because Minnesota is not built to win a championship this year or next year. If he's going to request a trade, he's going to request a trade to a place just like when Tom Brady left and he went to the Buccaneers. He went to a place that was ready to win a championship. Like when Peyton Manning left the Colts and went to the Broncos, he went to a place that was ready to win a championship. If he is going to leave the New York Jets, trust and believe it is going to be a place that has weapons galore and they have a good defense like they do in the Jets and a good offensive line. So that's where he will be going. He will not be going to Minnesota because they are not ready to win a championship.
Let's go to Alan in Milwaukee. Alan, you got a dog take.
Yeah, I'm totally with the dog take because, one, I hate when people drive with their dogs in their cars because they're huge distractions, so I hate that. But then your take on dogs is about to change because now you're about to have a kid and a dog in the house, an extra mouth to feed, someone extra to train. You know, I feel like the only people who like dogs are people who don't have kids, so their dog is their kid, or they have kids who are old enough to help with the dog.
Have you had a dog, Alan? Have you had a dog?
No, I've had pets. I had a cat because you can leave, a cat is.
Oh my gosh! See, this is kind of like I can't listen to it. I thank you for the call, Alan. You know, I appreciate your perspective, but like again, it's coming from a place of. You can't tell me.
I had a dog.
I'm not talking to you, Kyle. I'm talking to Alan right now. Alan's saying that, oh, you're going to have a kid, another mouth to feed, someone to train. Yes, but you know what is going to be amazing? Watching that young baby, boy or girl, whatever it is, because we're not finding out, grow up with the dog. It's going to warm my heart, and the dog will be protective of the baby, and round we go. Cat probably would scratch at the baby because it's a selfish... Can I say frick, but P word?
I think you can. So
prick.
Do you look at this dog as your child?
He's my baby boy.
Oh, stop it. Oh.
He's my baby boy. Hey, come here, buddy.
He's not
Do you want to hear my dog voice?
No, I don't want to hear that, actually.
We just
How
said,
are you?
We just said no.
It's like a weirder version of Matty Mouse.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Like, just it has grown men doing that weird-ass voice. That's what pets do. No, thank you to the dog.
Let's hit the last take.
Joshy DiMaggio here with a double edition of the Take Machine.
Uh-oh.
I've got two. I'm currently at the grocery store, just left the grocery store. And I want to institute a new rule where every single grocery store self-checkout lanes only allows 15 items. I don't want to be stuck behind someone's lovely grandma. I'm sure they're a nice person. But somebody bagging things for 10 minutes as I wait there with my 3 things that I try to run in and run out. Put a limit on the self-checkout lane. And lastly, I know Ben Brust has placed a bet on Matt LaFleur to win Coach of the Year, but I want Brian Gutekunst more so than Matt LaFleur for Executive of the Year. It's impossible to look at the turnaround the Green Bay Packers have made from 2022 to 2023 and not point to one man. Goody. He was right.
All right, Joshy DiMaggio bringing the heat. Agree with the self-checkout line. Also, he in classic Josh, not caring about anyone but himself, yelling at the old lady. You know, Josh, maybe put the 3 items down and help the old lady bag some stuff while she's trying to go through the self-checkout line. I'm going to get to Goody for the Executive of the Year. Here's why Goody doesn't deserve Executive of the Year and Matt LaFleur deserves Coach of the Year. Goody lucked into some of this stuff. We are talking about how the 3 drafts other than the last 2 years stunk. Jordan Love hitting on that, you give him credit for. But, I mean, if we're talking about Dontavian Wicks and Jaden Reed and Luke Musgrave, like, those are pieces that, yes, he hit on, but I think it's more impressive for Matt LaFleur to coach a young team and to do what because you can draft good players, but if you don't coach those young players to their potential to get them to come together as a team, then you're not going to make it far. I think Executive of the Year for Goody would be the year that the young core actually goes further down the playoffs. Doing what Matt LaFleur is doing with the youth, I think is more a reflection of Matt. Now, if they turn out to continue to grow together and do something special, that will be a reflection of both, and Goody deserves more credit.
You know, real quick with the grocery store, they usually have like 6 self-checkout lines, so I feel like they're always opening up.
And
so
I think there's a limit, too. I think most places do have
the grocery store I go to, it's getting out of control.
They don't allow...
No, the line's getting out of control.
Really?
Yes.
I love
because most people, self-checkout's amazing.
They don't want to pay their employees. They don't want to pay people. They're just trying to automate everything.
Yeah.
What I've noticed is most people that have a lot of items still go to the normal line. They don't go to the self-checkout. But anyway, with Brian Gutekunst, I agree. I think when they go deep into the playoffs and maybe make a playoff deep run Super Bowl and they're littered with Pro Bowlers and All Pros, that's when the Coach of the or the Executive of the Year would be more likely for him. Still a little bit bit away from that. I think of other teams that are just, loaded with talent. That executive deserves it in that year.
All right, we got lots of calls on dogs. Before we get to the 414 hour, I'd like to hear from all of them. So we'll be back very quickly to hear from you, 800-990-3776. I'm so sick of being next to Kyle, who's a dog hater. Ugh.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Listen, Diana, that's her name. Listen, we all about positive manifestation. I like you, Diana. All it is
Dirty
negative.
Diana.
Criticize.
Dirty Diana.
I love you, Kyle.
Love you too, girl.
I love you, Kyle.
I love you too. That's what I'm talking about. The real Packer Nation.
Presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Yeah, they're football guys, but they don't shy away from the big topics of the day.
Andy Reid's a dog? No,
Andy Reid's not a dog.
It does not have to be
Come on. He's like a St. Bernard.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by American Family Insurance.
It doesn't have to be hulking. It's an attitude.
Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats. Now through Wednesday, save on 10 to 12 count or 10 to 12 ounce selected varieties Folgers or Dunkin' Donuts coffee, $6.99. 18 to 80 count selected varieties Hefty trash bags, $7.99. 23.6 to 36 ounce selected varieties Edwards cream pies, $5.99. 5 to 8 ounce selected varieties Sargento shredded cheese, 2 for $6.
Look at those brats. You do tailgating right. Absolutely. Did you see the spread out there? You've got enough food to feed the entire lot. I'm splurging now and then hoping to win $700 in free groceries. $700? Yeah, it's all part of the 70th anniversary at Century Foods. No kidding. Next week, I'll do the shopping. Maybe I'll score $700 in groceries. All you need is the weekly code. It's on Century's Facebook or Instagram. Oh, I just remembered. I'll be out of town next week. Yeah, right, cheapskate.
Ends January 3rd.
Kessler's has the perfect Christmas gifts for under $115.
Number 1. The Time and Eternity Diamond Pendant empowers you to accomplish the impossible together.
Love has a magnificent, magical kind of energy.
Now imagine that energy.
That magical energy of love.
Captured in a pendant for time and eternity.
It's a symbol that says the two of you will always be connected.
Number 2.
This Christmas is your chance to own a moon and back diamond pendant.
A perfect Valentine's heart cupped inside a crescent moon with the engraved message, I love you to the moon and back.
And Kessler's price of just $48 will send you to the moon with joy.
Number 3.
The life we share is an important diamond pendant that speaks of all the wonderful things that exist because the two of you came together.
3 perfect Christmas gifts for under $115.
From one perfect store.
Find the Kessler's Diamonds nearest you.
And see our extended holiday hours
at KesslersDiamonds.com.
It's time for the Ortho ASAP Minute from Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin.
Dr. Mike Jarkson joins me. Doctor, what makes the Spine Center at OAW such a special place?
What I think makes it the best in the state is the fact that we can do everything under one roof. What I mean by that is we have a number of providers. All of us are here to evaluate the problem, diagnose the problem. We have x-rays, we have MRIs. We can then go on and treat the problem all under the same roof with physical therapy if that's what it requires. We have a number of great spine specialist physical therapists. We also have a surgery center where, if necessary, we can arrange injections. And finally, if it comes to it, we can do surgery in this building as well, especially minimally invasive type procedures that get people healed with a quicker recovery period.
The Ortho ASAP Minute is sponsored by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference.
Brighten up your home, workplace, or event with flowers and trust Welke's Milwaukee Florist to be your local florist. Welke's is family-owned and has delivered beauty for customers and businesses for well over 100 years. Join Welke's Flower subscription so your home is always fresh, or discover the benefits of creating a corporate account and leave the work to them. Welke's Milwaukee Florist has locations in Elm Grove and at 56th and North in Milwaukee. Go to Welkes.com, that's WELKES.com for more info and to place an order.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Let the dogs out! Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
When the party was nice, the party was pumping.
Hey, yeah.
And everybody
800-990-3776, live from Milwaukee Improv in the corners of Brookfield. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
This is the best thing about dogs.
Oh my gosh! Wow! I like just so you know. Typically, I'm literally gonna punch you.
Yeah, seriously.
Like I love my dog, and for you, yeah. See, you all talk. I mean, like I love my pup. And my girlfriend has a dog, and they're great together, and you are just literally dancing on the thing that I care about most outside of my girlfriend, other than my newborn baby.
I was going to say, do you love your dog more than something else that you should love more than it?
100%.
He loves his dog more than he loves all his siblings. He has 5 siblings?
3 siblings.
3 siblings. Okay, he has 3 other siblings.
So in my immediate life, like they're
that's kind of weird then, right? That's too far.
Like I care about Bruce more than I care about y'all.
That's also not cool.
All right, let's go to the phone. Hey, Roddy in Milwaukee, welcome into Kyle, Russ, and Norman.
All right, happy Thursday, fellas. I appreciate the time. So I'm a dog lover through and through, but I do resonate with Kyle, especially after that picture he painted with bringing a dog into a restaurant where people are trying to enjoy themselves. That reminds me a lot of a scenario I heard of not too long ago where someone brought their own issues into a place where people are trying to do their job and have a good time, and that would be Ben Brust bringing a Jets jersey into Lambeau Field. There is no place for that. It is absolutely ridiculous. But, hey, if you guys were dogs, Kyle would be a pit bull because, you know, if you mess with him, he'll mess with you right back. But if you love him, he'll love you. Brad Norman is a golden retriever, loyal, and Ben Brust will be a yappy chihuahua with nothing to say. Love y'all. Thank you for the call.
Hey, that was funny. That was good. That was good.
Yeah, give him the fireworks. That was good. Let's go to Mark in Shorewood. Welcome into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Hey, guys. How you doing? I just wanted to let you know that Kyle is very misinformed.
Couldn't agree more, Mark. I'm just going to give you the floor now.
I beg your pardon?
Okay. I just wanted to say Kyle is misinformed. If he had an opportunity to be with a dog, he would never be a cat person again.
Oh, I'm not.
They're man's best friend. He needs that opportunity. My dog,
you know what?
is happy to see me.
Here's what we're going to do, Mark. I'm going to bring my dog to the show sometime soon.
Now I got to fake it. Okay.
And you're going to fall in love with Bruce. Gina Della from Pella joined yesterday. She is not a dog person.
She did say that.
And she loves Bruce.
No.
And so she, who told her kids that she was allergic to dogs for the 28 years of their life, lied. And Bruce changed that all. So let Bruce and Bentley, our dogs, my girlfriend and I's dogs, come to you in the studio and let them love you. You need that love and that tender
maybe I should
care.
be more specific. I don't dislike dogs like that. I dislike dog people. You are the annoying people. And listen, Mark, I understand what dogs mean to individuals, and that is fantastic. When I was a kid, we tried having a dog, and we realized the Wallaces just didn't have time for dogs. And so that's why I just, I tried it before. I thought the puppy was cute, but then when all the work came with it, I said, you know what? I'll pass. And, I just don't like the energy that people have for dogs. Like Tony said in the take, you probably gonna buy your dog all type of
Who's
stuff.
Tony? It was the take machine.
The take machine. I'm sure you gonna buy your dog all type of gifts. Matter of fact, you probably buy more gifts for your dog than you do for your family members.
When you say gifts, so like
items,
like toys,
like bones.
Well, no, like for Christmas. What are you getting your dog for Christmas?
Nothing. My girlfriend does that.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's a little much. You can ask her. She got a whole big bag with their names on it.
So wait a minute. You think it's a little much, right?
So there is a limit.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And there's a lot of people like your girlfriend. She is wonderful, but there are a lot of people like your girlfriend times 100 when it comes to dogs.
You sound.
I sound like what?
She's wonderful, but she's not. She's crazy with the dogs.
I'm not calling her crazy dog lady. I don't know that.
Well, she's not that crazy. I think here's where I think it goes next level. When you do the puppy cakes and there are dog bakeries.
Oh, yeah,
Did you know that?
Yes, I do know that.
I think that is too far.
Do you have birthday parties for your dog?
No, he turned 5 in November.
He's 5? Why are you talking? You acting like I thought the dog was like 6 months. He's 5.
He's 5, and I forgot I forgot to celebrate his birthday.
Okay.
Oh, you are.
You're not too deep into the.
I mean, come on. We're back
How you forget your baby boy's birthday?
You're a bad dog
That
owner,
must be your
Ben.
baby boy.
We'll be back in 2 minutes. I love you, Brucey and Bentley.
We do have an accident now, 41 southbound, right at the ramp from Silver Spring. It's off on the right shoulder, so we're going to see delays from coming in from Appleton Avenue down past that point all the way to Capitol Drive. Southbound on 43, backing up from Bender Road all the way down to Fond du Lac Avenue. Back on the brakes through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. The northbound side slow from Fond du Lac up to Keith. And westbound 94 filling in pretty slow out of the Marquette interchange through the Stadium interchange. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy and mild, a low of 41. Tomorrow, increasing clouds with a high of 55. Weather's brought to you by the Bartolotta Restaurants, offering the perfect holiday gift, a memorable experience with Bartolotta gift cards. Purchase yours at bartolottas.com, and happy holidays, Milwaukee. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
This Badger Minute brought to you by UW Credit Union. For over 90 years, UW Credit Union has helped Wisconsinites achieve their financial goals at every stage of life, offering great rates for greater possibilities. Join today at uwcu.org. Following Wisconsin men's basketball's big win on the road Tuesday night at Michigan State, head coach Greg Gard and the Badgers look forward to the #1 team in the country this Saturday as the Badgers travel to take on Arizona. Head coach Greg Gard.
Yeah, I think whenever you're playing against good teams, and specifically when you go on the road, you have to be able to control tempo to a degree. You have to be able to get to the free throw line.
The 23rd ranked Badgers, now winners of 6 in a row. Tip time against #1 Arizona on Saturday, set for 2:15 p.m. on ESPN.
Unwrap your gift now, but pay later. Right now at Pella, put no money down, no payment, and no interest for up to 18 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman from 2 to 5 every day. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from Milwaukee Improv and the corners of Brookfield. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN. Presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We them boys. We them boys.
Bo 1 hour at Bo. KBN.
Live from Milwaukee Improv, it is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. T-minus 2 hours and 15 minutes till I get my butt on a stage and do a 4-minute comedy set that nobody laughs at, but that's okay. I'm Ben Brust, he's Kyle Wallace, and Brad Nortman also here with us. I'm just, we're going to move on from the dog conversation because I just feel as if Kyle's being a little bit too mean and I'm going to leave with hurt feelings.
No,
I can tell your spirit's a bit dinged over there, Ben.
Broken, yeah. And now, so is it crazy that I have a dog camera?
Yes.
What?
A little bit.
Why? It's nice to know that I can check and make sure that they're good. Look, who are they?
Do they give you any reason to believe they wouldn't be good?
Look how sad that is. He's waiting for me to come home. He's just waiting right there at the back door.
The thing is, you mostly look at them with oogly eyes.
Did the
You'd be
dog
like, oh, they're so cute.
Why is that dog looking at the camera?
That is crazy. That is crazy. That is like something out of a horror movie.
He's waiting for a snack.
He's scared of the camera, so I'm going to move it and he'll run away. Ready? I'm going to move the camera. Oop, I'm out of here.
He said, what is that?
He's scared. He's been scared of the camera forever.
But the thing is, I know it's more than just checking in on them because that camera can throw treats at the dog. So it is a spoiling mechanism.
Brad, you've turned pro-cat anti.
No, I have not. No, I'm not going to do Kyle Walsh. That was just reaction. That was just I saw a hand, I want to slap it. I am not that far, but Ben, you have to just admit that you're on the border between like I think you might
Crazy
be going
dog
too far.
person?
Yeah. Like I love me some dogs, but there is
for
a
sure.
limit.
I mean, like, look, if we're being honest, and there's a friend of mine here who's sitting at Milwaukee Improv. I'd like him to make eye contact with me if he could. And he's still just on his phone dialed in. Hey, Della.
Hey.
Am I not a little bit weird on how I let my dog kiss my face a little too much? Yeah, extremely. I mean, I'm one of them. Like, I let it, like.
Do you ever.
We've never touched tongues.
I was going to say, do you do the French way? I was just trying to figure
look, if I'm being honest, he's gotten in there. Like, I'm not opening up for him to get in there. But if he sees, he goes for the whole thing.
The thing is, you need to like present your face to him for him to do that, right? So you're kind of like asking
I'm like,
for
hey,
it.
buddy.
He likes the licks around the face. He is just not quite ready to open up his mouth.
Just wait till you come over and I got peanut butter out.
Oh.
What do you mean? Okay, you gonna put peanut butter on your face? But don't put that peanut butter.
No, it's a different. He doesn't know what you're supposed to do. What weird? I mean, weird people do stuff with peanut butter and dogs. I was just gonna.
I didn't think you were.
Next story, hey, we're an anti-kink show. Okay, you can do whatever you want. We're not gonna judge.
That I will judge. I don't like dogs, and those humans I don't like.
All right, what about this damn guys trip that Brad gets back from France, and next thing you know, he's leaving
Another
us.
vacation.
Okay, well, this is the last one for the rest of the year, so
Yeah,
you're stuck with me the rest of the year.
There's
But yeah,
8
with this,
shows you left for the rest of the year.
yeah, there's more than that.
Congratulations, Brad.
Yeah,
Barely.
I'm in demand. What can I say? There's things to do, and I love KBN. I give my full to it, but man, these are things that are just I'm being pulled in different directions. In the direction I'm going tomorrow, so I will miss tomorrow's show, but then back for the rest of the year. So don't get used to it, you guys. And I'm going to Jacksonville because I got some buddies down there. We all go to the same church together, and we're renting a house in the woods of Georgia because they all live in Jacksonville, so we're meeting there. As a guys trip, I'm looking forward to it. They're awesome dudes. But it got me thinking, like, all the different ways you could take a guys trip, right? I mean, I was just thinking of, like, golf trip, hunting, beach, Vegas, going to a sporting event like we talked about earlier in the show, going to like a cabin like we are. We're going to like do clay shooting and try to do like dude stuff. What's like the best guys trip that you guys would sign up for? If you could sign up for it, like you got your guys together.
It's not going to Jacksonville in the woods in Georgia.
Why not?
Because I want to go to Vegas. I want to go to Nashville. I want to go to Scottsdale. I want to go to warm places with fun things to do and not get stuck in the woods of Georgia.
Man, you're so cosmopolitan. You got to put some hair on your chest, Ben. You got to put some hair on your chest.
I'm working on it. I ain't got no hair on the chest. You can see.
That is pretty smooth.
Baby chest. Wait a minute. Do you shave your chest?
No, I don't shave I'm not hairy.
I'm not hairy, but dang.
You said that so seriously. No, I'm not hairy.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's great. I mean, I'm not like a grizzly bear. It's wonderful. I'm very smooth.
Women love that smooth skin.
Yes, baby.
Are you smooth too?
Oh, absolutely.
Look at you guys. You guys have no hair.
I mean, like,
no wonder you want to go to Vegas and Nashville. It's so soft.
I mean, look how much armpit hair I have. Like none.
Jeez,
that
you
is
are a
crazy.
cat. My goodness.
Like I have like no armpit hair.
I've like never seen that before.
It's great.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a positive, honestly.
No. Yeah.
Way less maintenance.
Way less maintenance, way less smell. Like, I love to shower, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying it's nice that, like, I'm not, like if you have more hair, you're naturally going to sweat more. You're naturally going to be more smelly. So I don't want to go to the Georgia woods.
Well, we might have to, man. Maybe you come out of that and you are a little bit more hairy.
So what the heck are you going to do with dudes in the Georgia woods?
We are going clay shooting one morning. We're doing like you
can do that here.
Yeah, but I can't be with my buddies in Jacksonville though.
This does sound a little countryish to me.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I mean, like it's a nice like
going to the
VRBO.
we going to
It's
the
not like it's not like we're an hour from civilization. There's like we're going to a brewery one time.
If you had a choice, and you
we're doing a bunch of stuff.
You're doing a boys trip.
Yeah.
Essentially, you can pick your bachelor party almost. Like boys trip, bachelor party. What's the best destination then? Like if you were able to, like if this was the last time you could ever hang out with those guys, where the heck would you go?
Ooh, that's a great question. I would probably say. Honestly, something like this is like my kind of vibe right now. If you roll back the clock 10 years ago, or maybe a golfing trip would be the other one that'd be really tempting. Like go to a really cool course, golf, 18, 36 holes, and then you can hang out at night.
Look,
I don't think I would do Vegas nowadays.
I like golf, but golf takes way too much damn time out there.
But you're having fun with your bros.
But there's foursomes, like you're not all together.
I mean, it depends on the size of the group, but this is like 12 guys, so it'd be like kind of hard to have quality time on the golf course.
Kyle, where are you going?
Yeah, I'm going somewhere high. I'm going somewhere nice. Or maybe, you know what I would do? I would go to NOLA. I'll probably go to New Orleans.
New Orleans?
That's a good choice.
Go to New Orleans because I would enjoy the music. I would enjoy the culture. I would enjoy the clubs. They do not close. You can go on Bourbon Street and enjoy the night all night, get some good food. I'm telling you, I want to have a good time with my friends. We're going to be drinking. We're going to be eating good. We're going to listen to great music. Like I said before, I do like, I wouldn't mind, I'll get some beads, so I wouldn't mind throwing some beads at some people as well. It'll just be an excellent, fun time. So I would go to a place like New Orleans. You can go to a Pelicans game. You can go to
Oh, that sounds awesome.
You can but for real though, I mean, you can do so much, but then you can also go down to the bayou a little bit, go on the water, go see some alligators or something like that, to the swamp. There's a lot of great things that you can do, but I want a boys trip where it's action-packed, where we're doing a lot of fun things that are making memories and also getting into some mischief.
Interesting.
800-990-3776.
I think Brad is judging us.
I'm not judging you.
He says you guys should grow up.
No, you can do whatever you want. This is a bunch of like mid-30-year-old married dudes. So like, what do you expect as far as like? I mean, we're not gonna like go to New Orleans. You could do it. You could do New Orleans, right? I guess you could do any city right, and you could also do any city wrong, right?
But is your wife also going to? They're going to be down there as well.
Yeah, and she's hanging out with all the wives of the dudes who are going.
This should be definitely a fun trip.
Yeah,
that'd be a good
It'll be
time.
fun. New Orleans is a good choice. I can get down with that. The food in New Orleans is super good.
That's the whole thing. Is again the food, the culture, the experience. Everything is there. So that's why I say you should definitely go to New Orleans. But if things go crashing down.
There's no part of you that's interested in going to like a cabin and doing some like man stuff.
No, listen.
I think I think we've got like axes we're gonna throw and like just all that stuff.
Brad, listen,
so I was trying to say 800-990-3776.
What a debacle that was.
That was wild. Knocked over the speaker, saving lives, kissing babies, telling jokes. What would be the best place for a guy's trip? And what would you do? Because axe throwing and
clay shooting,
singing Kumbaya, and what else are you doing? Sleeping in sleeping bags next to each other in tents?
No, this is like a 10-bedroom.
I'm just telling you what I picture of what you're
That's
doing.
a weird. No, I mean. No, we're going to like a brewery one day.
See,
and
I dig that. The brewery type thing.
We're going into like.
No, you don't.
No,
Wow.
I love breweries. I really do.
I'm just saying, like, we're talking about a guy's weekend. Like, you got a weekend. You want to just go to a brewery?
Yeah.
You said you went from Bourbon Street in New Orleans to a brewery.
That's not the only thing. The brewery could be during the day. While he goes golfing, I'm going to a brewery during the day. Then I'm coming back, and we getting bottles. We're going to sit there. We've done this before. We're going to sit there as we're drinking. We're telling stories about the past. Then we're also, when you drink, you know what you become? You become a rapper. So then all of a sudden we're going to drop the instrumental. We're going to spit some bars. We're going to have a good time. That's what a guy's trip is all about.
It would be nice, though, for it to be a little restful, right? I mean, don't you want to come back? If you go to Bourbon Street, you can certainly do that right. And we're all bringing like different bourbons. So like, it's going to be fun, and we're going to get after it. But it's nice to be a little bit restful, right? You go to these cities, you come back completely drained.
No, 48. That's exactly what it's supposed to be. 48 to 72 hours of getting buck wild, having a good time with the people that you don't get to see all the time. I hope when you come back on Monday, I hope your eyes are red and you don't feel great.
Yeah, unfortunately, we know our Bradley's never going to get that way unless he comes out with us, Kyle, on the right night.
Someday.
Yeah, look, we should do it. We should do a night out. We definitely
KBN night on the town.
We should do a KBN night on the town, and maybe KBN Nation can join us.
Brad's first blackout.
First blackout.
That would be wild.
Where
would you go, Ben? You talked about like Nashville or pick one city.
That's the thing is for me. I don't want to go to Vegas. I'm serious. I'm getting Vegased out a little.
Wow, write that down.
Yeah,
who would have thought?
Mark that. And then I say this, and then I get presented the opportunity from in March. I'd be like, "Yep, I'm in." But actually, I would not be able to get out of that one with the 2-month-old. No. So that's the thing. I'm at least trying to prepare my mind for that. I'm thinking Nashville, New Orleans, Scottsdale, somewhere warm, somewhere fun, somewhere where you can do different things. Believe it or not, I went hiking once, and come on. Hang on. I climbed Camelback Mountain. That was fun, man.
That was a good time.
Heck
yeah. That's a good climb. That's a good hike.
But that's my thing is, I think I only want to do that. I only want to do that once. And get it done in the morning and then start drinking as soon as I get down from the hill. So, for me, there's got to be drinking involved. There might be some substances. I'm just, that won't kill you. Trust me. I'm not crazy. But
it's legal down there in Scottsdale.
Yeah, I mean, everything is.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
The reason why I ask is I'm starting to, maybe plan a little bachelor party thing.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I just said back pocket.
Oh, hey.
Back pocket.
You need a bachelor party for something.
Back pocket. KBN Academy coming up next. We're just on 94.5 ESPN right now.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light.
Great to see you again.
Oh, you need some.
And then I said, I appreciate it. The same goes for you. Let me know everything I can do for you. Obviously, what am I going to do for Russell Wilson? You're the man.
Babysit his kids.
BFF. Fake relationship of all time.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We've still got this accident on southbound 41, just about at Silver Spring. It's an accident off on the side, right on the right shoulder. So just be careful with that. Things are backing up basically from before Appleton Avenue down past that scene to Capitol Drive. And it stays heavy on 894 southbound from just south of Greenfield Avenue down and around the Hale interchange to about Forest Home. Westbound 94 heavy out of the Marquette to Mitchell Boulevard. The eastbound side slow from 76th Street all the way to 27th. Traffic is brought to you by the Bartolotta's Restaurants, providing memorable experiences for nearly 30 years. Get the perfect holiday gift this season, a Bartolotta's gift card. Purchase yours at bartolottas.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy and mild with a low of 41. Tomorrow, increasing clouds with a high of 55. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Football guy.
What the hell happened to Bucky on your hat?
Football guy.
A lot of wear and tear for old B.
Coming at it from different views.
I'm just saying he's well worn. I mean, his face is missing. Okay, well, it's probably time for me to freshen that up. Bucky wants to flip you off right now.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by Coors Light. Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. And available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
We're about to tell you what we've chosen to be the 2023 WOW Collection at Kessler's.
And all I can say is wow.
$898 buys her a pair of exotic inside-out diamond hoop earrings. 1 carat total weight of newborn created diamonds.
Inside-out diamond hoops. Wow.
Another $898 buys her a tennis bracelet that will circle her wrist with glittering diamonds.
If you want that 1 carat tennis bracelet but with natural diamonds, it's just $15.98. Wow.
A 1/4 carat diamond cluster pendant dripping with natural diamonds, just $598.
We believe these are the lowest diamond prices we'll see in our lifetime.
4 carats total weight.
Did you say 4 carats?
I did indeed.
It's a wow engagement ring with 2 wedding bands that will fill any room with hot points of light like a disco ball.
4 carats total weight, just $3,998.
Wow.
Find the Kessler's nearest you
and see our extended holiday hours
at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats. Now through Wednesday, save on 10 to 12 count or 10 to 12 ounce selected varieties Folgers or Dunkin' Donuts coffee, $6.99. 18 to 80 count selected varieties Hefty trash bags, $7.99. 23.6 to 36 ounce selected varieties Edwards cream pies, $5.99. 5 to 8 ounce selected varieties Sargento shredded cheese, 2 for $6.
Look at those brats. You do tailgating right. Absolutely. Did you see the spread out there? You've got enough food to feed the entire lot. I'm splurging now and then hoping to win $700 in free groceries. $700? Yeah, it's all part of the 70th anniversary at Century Foods. No kidding. Next week, I'll do the shopping. Maybe I'll score $700 in groceries. All you need is the weekly code. It's on Century's Facebook or Instagram. Oh, I just remembered. I'll be out of town next week. Yeah, right, cheapskate.
Ends January 3rd.
In the heart of downtown Milwaukee, there's an all-new Potawatomi Casino Hotel, where there's a table waiting for you at 12 bars and restaurants, a winning seat at 40 table games or 3,000 slot machines, plus the thrill of bingo, full-service sports betting, and more. Are you ready to spark something new? Light up your senses at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Explore more at paysbig.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, live from the corners of Brookfield at Milwaukee Improv on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Bud Light.
And I'm telling you, you do not have to go through another year of that awful joint pain. Life is about movement, it's about walking around, it's about mobility, and 2024 can be your year of mobility with QC Kinetics. Lexi and I just got back from Paris. We're walking 13 miles a day. We wouldn't be able to do that if we had hip pain, joint pain, backs, knees, whatever it is. You're going to be held back by that joint pain that you're experiencing, but QC Kinetics can help you get your life back. They are the national leader in regenerative medicine, and they are giving natural treatments that can repair and restore that damaged tissue. And guess what? You can get lasting relief without surgery, without drugs, and no downtime to help cure your joint pain. So if you're experiencing pain from an old injury or pain associated with arthritis, or you've just walked a ton in Paris, you need to check them out. They are the future of medicine, regenerative treatments from QC Kinetics. So make the call now and get the most out of an active 2024. Get back to doing what you love. You can also use your HSA and FSA funds. So call QC Kinetics for a free consultation. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
800-990-3776 on Twitter at KBN ESPN and YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. We didn't get a chance to do it. It was a loaded first half of the show. 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, 100.5 ESPN Madison, and our sister station 620 WTMJ rocking the Milwaukee Bucks right now. But for us, we're going to take you to school with a little KBN Academy.
In radio, our goal's pretty simple.
Just so you know, you really suck.
Have an A show or an F show.
Hey, I'll decide who sucks around here.
The same goes for topics in this next segment. This is the KBN Academy.
Those that can't do, teach.
It is the KBN Academy, in which I am Professor Brust, master's degree from Central Michigan University, Professor Wallace, and Dorcas McGee, Brad Nortman. They are. I mean, that just means you're really smart. That's my way of complimenting you.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting way to compliment someone, but hey, I'll take it.
Dorcas McGee.
I think he likes you. That's what you do to girls you like when you're
flirt with them. Yeah. Like my high school girlfriend, we were at like the homecoming parade, and I was like throwing candy at her. You know, that's kind of
yeah, that's your tactic.
Dorcas. What
interesting.
Hey, it worked. It worked.
Oh.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Poor girl.
We're gonna answer some questions. You gotta say A or F. There's no B's, C's, or D's, or anywhere in between. Taylor Swift named Time Magazine Person of the Year. A or F? You are happy with that choice.
Why you look at me?
Because I want you to hate.
It's an F. I'm not happy with the choice. I have to live with it. I definitely think there's somebody in this.
Do you agree with it?
for person of the year, I don't know who they have been, but typically I'm sure it's somebody that impacts lives in a better way than just making music.
It's not the philanthropic award.
Music is fantastic, and I understand that it changes people's lives. But there might be other people in this world that truly did save lives and do something that contributed other than having an average singing voice and below average dance moves, but really good at making writing lyrics. But sure, it's an F for me. But sure, if y'all want Taylor to be the person of the year, go right ahead.
I'm going to go with an A because I'm assuming person of the year is like who most moves the needle. And there are certainly people that have done more for, this world and for whatever else than Taylor Swift. I'm sure she does a lot of great things, but there's no way that she is like the person who's, like you said, most philanthropic or, most engaging with the world matters. However,
it's not the world's richest people.
There's no doubt that what she does moves the needle. So if you're talking about that, and that's what Time considers the person of the year, I'm hard pressed to think of somebody who is more moving of the needle than Taylor Swift. So it's an A for me.
Yeah, I'm going to quote one of my favorite movies from Ben Stiller's Zoolander. Nobody reads your little Time magazine. I don't know what their criteria is, but last time I checked, Taylor Swift is relatable lyrics. That's about it. She can't sing. She's not a vocalist. She can't dance. I don't think she's that entertaining. She just knew how to reach people in a way that I wish I could. And we are doing every single day here on Kyle, Brust, Nortman. We're going to be the Time People of the Year in the Time magazine. Because if her ass can do it, we can do it. She made songs that she wasn't cool. Taylor Swift wasn't cool. I don't know how it became cool to like Taylor Swift and be a Swiftie all of a sudden. She was made fun of. She was like kind of the laughingstock of the music industry, and now she's cool. I don't like this. Call me a hater.
It is kind of a hater.
I didn't follow her career, so I have no idea.
I didn't either, but I'm from an outside perspective, like she's never been like amazing.
Yeah, it seems.
She puts out pretty good music, and she's had a long career. This is like 15 years of relevance now.
She quotes Brad's, Chad's, and all of them in her Time magazine piece, so it's no coincidence that Brad's like,
what Brad's in? What does that mean?
It just means you're basic, and you would like her music.
I'm basic?
Oh, wow, there are shots being fired.
Man, there are total shots being fired.
You've never heard of a Brad and a Chad?
No, I've heard of that, but I thought that was like a frat bro.
Yeah, it's basically like a basic bro.
Oh, interesting.
This is, again, I'm sorry, I am not culturally into all this, so I have no idea what you're
But there's no doubt that she is relevant and moves the needle more than anybody in the last year, right? Who's someone that does more?
Aaron Rodgers.
No.
I'm just kidding. Fauci. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I went two ends of the spectrum because that way everyone knows I'm not being political, you crazy people. 800-990-3776. Let's go to this. The Oxford Dictionary 2023 word of the year is Riz. Beat out Swiftie, situationship, and the de-influencing to claim word of the year honors. That's a confusing sentence. A or F, Oxford is losing credibility with these word choices.
Oh, that's an A. That's absolutely A. Now you're taking things like Swiftie's actual word.
Apparently.
That's absolutely ridiculous. That is ridiculous because 25, 30, 50 years from now, that's still going to be in the Oxford Dictionary. In Riz, I like the concept of Riz, of it meaning charisma, saying that guy has charisma, he has Riz, but it's not a word that needs to be in the dictionary saying someone has Riz. We are allowing people in Generation Z to add words to the dictionary that should not be there. Who is on the Oxford Dictionary board of choosing what words become words? This is a joke. This is an absolute F. But the word Riz is pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. They are losing credibility. This is embarrassing, quite honestly. Why would you add the slang word for a word that's already in the dictionary, right? What does it say under Riz? See charisma? That's ridiculous. You're going to look forward, like you said, in years and be like, what's with all this dumb slang that was used?
And whatever Riz is will become something else, and it will say see Riz, and then it's going to say see charisma.
Totally.
We're just getting out of control. We're making up words for words we already have because we're running out of things to be creative with.
But I ain't gonna lie though, when I found out what Riz meant, I said, shout out to them young cats. That is hilarious. I would definitely say, yeah, he got Riz, or I got Riz.
You got Riz?
No. No, I used to, but now my Riz is only for one lady.
So you can have Riz.
No, I cannot.
No,
I
think if it's charisma, that's just like general appeal.
No, Riz means you got game. And listen, fellas, I've already said I like strippers, and so I ain't.
Wow.
Kyle's gotten called out. One time.
I like Riz, and it's
so
Riz for my
let me
girl.
give you advice. All right. So Yeah. I'm giving
Here
you
we
advice.
go. Buckle up.
So if you're going to do this radio thing, you need to do the show, and you need to forget that you have a girlfriend. Because otherwise, everything you do, you're going to think about what she's going to say, and it is going to change the Kyle Wallace that I love on the air.
Oh, no, I picked my battles. I said, listen, I love strippers, but the Riz I get, it's only Riz that I put out there that I have for her. It's for my girl. I'm standing on it. Kyle loves strippers, and Kyle loves the Riz's girlfriend.
All right, there it is.
I don't even know how to make sense of any of that, but hey.
That was, again, him being PC. My entire point is he's trying to make peace with his girlfriend on the air right now.
Damn right. It's over. The show's almost over. I got to go see her soon.
Yeah.
We need to make sure the things I said and the
Well, I mean, you can go from 5 o'clock until 6:15. Just make sure you're back here for my open mic performance. You can go suck up and Riz her all you want. 800-990-3776 on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. The Milwaukee Bucks over-under line closed at 257. That is a ridiculously high over-under, a fast pace in that game. I'm going to do a stand-up comedy show. That sounds a little too much credit for what I'm actually doing. A 4-minute stand-up comedy set live from Milwaukee Improv at the corners of Brookfield, 6:15. Ton of great things going on around here. They do group sales. You can get reserved seating, holiday parties. Make sure you book that because you can do some stuff through January. Daytime private events, comedy fundraisers, open mic night Thursday, 6:15. I'll be there today. And plus, Nico Santos tonight. Get $10 off using promo code ESPN. We're live from the corners of Brookfield. I need some advice. What should I do tonight? How do I steal the crowd before we get to Brian Balaga? We'll talk about that next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, presented by Bud Light.
Giannis does look like a longer, he beats on his body, kind of plays so rough you wonder about. Shut up, Max. Yeah.
I'm not letting that one pass.
Yeah, I just realized beats on his body. I meant physical.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
Physicality down there.
Come on, Kyle.
No, you guys are, I don't know what it is, but I'm sure your minds are in the gutter. Grow up.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Delays continue along southbound 41. We do have a crash at Silver Spring off on the shoulder, so watch out for delays coming in from Appleton Avenue down past that scene. Westbound 94, going to be a tight ride out of the Marquette, pretty much all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. The eastbound side's a bit heavy as well from 76th Street to about 35th. Southbound 43, heavy from Silver Spring all the way down to through the Marquette onto 4394. Does not really let up until you get past the KK River. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy and mild, a low of 41. Tomorrow, increasing clouds with a high of 55. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hey, it's Gabe Neitzel from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. You've heard me talk about the results Mentality has had on my life, but don't just take it from me. Jason has had success too, thanks to Mentality.
My only regret is I didn't do it sooner. Knowing once again I've gotten the treatments done and continuing, I do feel stuff does hurt a little bit more, but I'm 40, in my 40s, and that's going to happen. But again, the energy levels, it is above and beyond. Again, I'm back in that age where I'm like, this is amazing.
Get started today at LowTUSA.com.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sportsbook, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
Hey, it's Gary Olson here for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking for that midday escape? Or maybe you want to impress a client? No matter the season, rain, snow, or shine, Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is open for you. A top-tech, cutting-edge golf experience that gives you the chance to play legendary courses. Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center simulators, entertainment, and best Bloody Marys make it feel like summer all year round. Just $35 an hour gets you a round and puts that summer feel back in your life. Book your bay at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Want that mirror finish on your car? You need Z-Gloss by Z-Bart. Z-Gloss is a 3-layer ceramic coating that not only gives your car that mirror finish, it protects it from everything that Mother Nature can throw at it. Visit ZBart.com for more information.
After a 2-5 start to the season, the Packers have won 4 of their last 5 and are in the playoff hunt. The turnaround has been fueled by the growth of quarterback Jordan Love. During Green Bay's current 3-game winning streak, Love has thrown for 857 yards, 8 touchdowns, and no interceptions. ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter believes the Packers' playoff hopes hinge on the continued hot play of Love.
If he's playing at the level that he's capable of, they're going to be a playoff team. If he's not, they're not.
Love and the Packers visit the 4-8 New York Giants Monday night. Kickoff from MetLife Stadium is set for 7:15.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Cousin Subs is here to rescue you from the winter blues with the hero of all Euros. Their mouth-watering Euro is back and features Euro meat, Wisconsin feta cheese, fresh cucumbers, onions, tomatoes, and Greek yogurt tzatziki sauce on their freshly baked Italian bread. So warm up your taste buds today and enjoy a Euro done better the Cousin Subs way. Order online at cousinsubs.com for pickup or delivery. Available for a limited time only. Cousin Subs, they believe in better.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, live from the corners of Brookfield at Milwaukee Improv on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Bud Light.
It feels good to see the world getting loose. Feels good to see the world getting loose. I don't know about you, Sack Noel. I don't know about you, Phenom. I don't know about you, like Shadow. I don't know about you, but I feel good.
Well, I felt good until Brad Nortman just told me he wasn't going to be here to support me at the corners of Brookfield, Milwaukee's Improv. I got a 4-minute comedy set, and Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, we were growing to become a family. We have KVN Nation, and I was like, I can't wait to go work on some of my material, get a couple cocktails in me, and then have Kyle and Brad there. And Brad just got back from France. He's going to Jacksonville, and so I was like, when he was like giving me a weird face, I was like, he's probably not going to be here. And I was like, well, what could the reasons be? Because we already know the moment he got back from France is the moment that he packed for Jacksonville.
That's true.
So what?
No, I was packed before.
I was going to say, yeah, he had a whole different suitcase because the suitcase going for Jacksonville is a smaller suitcase than the suitcase going to France. It's a much smaller suitcase.
Yeah, it's like a layering effect, right? I was packed for Paris before New York, and then I was packed for Jacksonville before Paris, and then there's no trips on the back end, so there's no need to.
But he's packed for the next trip that he doesn't know that he's going to.
Yeah,
he's got a winter trip, a fall trip, and a summer trip.
Yeah, you never know when you're going to book a flight, and you need to just.
So why the hell aren't you going to be here?
So, I agree with our KBN family.
No.
But
don't give me the pre-qualifiers.
I've got a real family to support.
No, so that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so
we're not. We're not real family.
No,
we're not real.
Yeah, no, that is more of a real family. No offense. I love this is my KBN family. That is like my family. Because Lexi's dad is having a book signing for a.
I'm doing a comedy set.
Yeah. And I'm going to go support him. Sorry. I mean, I bet if it was any other night, I would be here. I would be giving you the genuine laughs that you're looking for. But I go support my father-in-law at his book signing.
Brad, that's okay.
Rosati's in Oconomowoc. If you're not coming here tonight.
Oh, what are you doing, man? We're at a partner's place.
But they can go there. It's already going to be started before open mic. So you can go there first, grab a bite to eat, and then come here.
Well,
Or save it all for coming here.
Brad, you know what? I'm glad that you're going to support your real family. And Ben, I just want you to know, I'm the only real one you got.
I know.
Wait a minute. No, Ben said earlier in the show he cares more about his dog than he does about us. Okay. So I have no problem saying
there
that.
There are things that I say in jest, and the thing is, you went to war for your father-in-law and basically you treated me like a dog and just left me at the comedy club here while you go do more important things, galloping around Lake Country in Oconomowoc.
That's a good excuse, though. Right?
So he's got a book?
What is his book about?
It's a second book.
So you've already been to the first book?
No, this is the first book. This is the first book signing.
How many is he going to have more? Or this is just the only?
Don't know. I mean, you don't know how the creative, the creative juices are going to strike.
That is interesting. I'll look forward to hearing more. I won't read the book only because I don't read books.
You don't read books? But you guys both don't read books, right?
If it gets turned into a movie, I'll go see it.
All right. Well, that would be big time if it gets turned into a movie.
That's kind of like we do have a lot in common. If you got a movie?
All
right.
Yeah.
Over 15 pages?
Oh, yeah. I think it's
pop-up
like 250.
Pictures?
I think it's like 250.
They got pop-up pictures in there?
No pop-up pictures. This has not been turned into a children's book yet, right?
I'm not in.
When it gets turned into that, I'll let you guys know.
Well, the holidays are upon us, and which means Brad just leaves our family to go to his family.
Real family.
But New Year's resolutions are a real thing. But I urge you to go to Forward Healthy Lifestyles right now because the experts, Lindsay's team, are amazing. Hit your 2024 goals, not by starting in 2024 on January 1st because that's when the mass, I got to get in there. Start now. Beat the people. Be ahead of the game because you can build muscle. You can have testosterone replacement therapy. You can use semaglutide. You can do all these things, but all it starts with is a free confidential consultation. And when you go there and you work with their team, you'll be like, oh, I feel comfortable. Talking about my journey, I'm able to wake up in mornings like today and give myself an injection where I would have passed out right before I met their team. So to know that someone who's a baby like me, I am a big baby, and you all know that from listening, a huge baby, I can give myself an injection in the butt in the morning. So and Della is here. He's been with me at Forward Healthy Lifestyles, laughing about how I was my first day to how tough I am now. So let them change your life. Get to forwardhealthylifestyles.com. Don't let 2024 loom over you. Beat it. Get there right now. Free confidential consultation. Brian Balaga, the Packer Hall of Famer. Oh my gosh, he's not, but he should be. We're campaigning for that. If he's not in as soon as he's eligible, I am no longer supporting, well, I am because I need touchdowns for love. Brian Balaga joins us next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light.
Hey, Nat.
What have I done that's hating today?
Jeez.
You are not a new man. I thought you were a new man today.
I'm telling you, I was good. I ate my little donut holes from Jacobson Orchard, so I was feeling good. I had a steak for lunch. I was all good.
Steak for lunch?
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Calling all brass and percussion players. Join the Salvation Army and help them continue their annual Red Kettle campaign with a blast, the Big Brass Blast. On December 16th, the Salvation Army is forming a giant British-style brass band in the tradition of Salvation Army bands of the past. Want to be a part of this band? Visit samilwaukee.org to register. Be part of the Big Brass Blast and get everyone in the spirit of the season by playing Christmas music. Donations to the Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign support dozens of programs and services for those in need this holiday season.
Tired of power outages disrupting your life? Make them a thing of the past by getting a Generac home standby generator from Adams Generators. Adams Generators is the largest and #1 rated Generac dealer in Wisconsin. With 24/7 emergency support, our factory-trained technicians are standing by to assist you. Visit adamspower.com/generators to make sure your power always stays on. That's adamspower.com/generators.
Get to and from every home game in Green Bay this football season safely. Milwaukee Brathaus, Jack's American Pub, and Wanakee Golf Course all offer transportation on game days. They've got bus services with private restrooms and all-you-can-drink packages. Book your round-trip ride from any of these locations and get complimentary access to an all-you-can-eat and drink tailgate at the bar on Holmgren Way. Make your reservations now. There's still room for the December 17th game. Visit MilwaukeeBrathaus.com to book your trip today and use code ESPN23 for 10% off.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Bikers are often blamed for causing the accident because the insurance companies simply don't want to pay. At Gruber Law Offices, we've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Trust us to fight for what you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde, and I have the perfect gift idea for you. A custom holiday gift box filled with all your Kringle favorites from Racine Danish Kringles. Or you could also try the new Holiday Stick Sampler Pack featuring Winter Wonderland, Mary Berry, Gingerbread, and Santa's Cinnaberry. It's stick size and a great way to try all the favorite flavors of the season. So go to Kringle.com to order or call them at 800-4DANISH. Racine Danish Kringles. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition.
Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive is bringing us all together again to collect toys for children in need.
Join Capco and WTMJ for a celebration of gift giving on December 9th at the Kasmeric Center in Grafton.
This is more than just a toy drive. It's kids helping kids.
We are learning about the importance of gift giving along with other kids and families all over southeastern Wisconsin.
Experience the joy of giving on December 9th.
And don't forget to bring toys.
Help us make a difference this Christmas. Visit kidstoKidstoydrive.com.
Isn't this the best time of year? Wisconsin has the green and gold, Milwaukee Hoops, Wisconsin football, basketball, and volleyball. What more can Wisconsin sports fans ask for? As Wisconsin's 3PL, Evans Transportation knows that it takes a team effort to make things happen. And when it comes to manufacturers' accounting, shipping, and tracking needs, Evans is the supply chain team you're looking for. Good luck to all Wisconsin teams from Wisconsin's 3PL in Delafield. Find them at evanstrands.com. That's evanstrands.com.
Set your game plan for a new baseball season with a 2024 Brewers 4-pack. Pick from 4 action-packed plan choices, each loaded with can't-miss Brewers games to fit your schedule and the best ticket prices. All available before single-game tickets are sold. Plus, when you buy a pair of 4-packs, you'll get a limited edition Brewers knit hat. Find the right plan for you today at brewers.com/4packs.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Not go through another year of having awful joint pain. We just got back from Paris. We walked a bunch all over the city. You can't do things like that, like walking, living life in motion and in movement, if you're dealing with joint pain, whether it be shoulders, knees, hips, back. If you're dealing with joint pain, it holds you back. But QC Kinetics is here to help. They can give you your life back. And in 2024, that is exactly what you need because they use regenerative medicine. They're the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, giving you all natural treatments that repair and restore that damaged tissue, and they will give you your life back. Be one of the tens of thousands of satisfied patients around the country who have had that pain in their joints, but they can get it relieved with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. Look, my life is all about movement and action and doing things, and you just cannot do that if you have pain from an old injury or dealing with arthritis or just living life on the move like us living, sore from walking all on the vacation. The future of medicine is here. It's regenerative treatments from QC Kinetics. So make the call now and get the most out of 2024. Get back to doing what you love. And don't forget, you can use your HSA and FSA funds. Give QC Kinetics a call today for your free consultation. Call 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474. One more time, 414-285-3474.
Live from Milwaukee Improv at the corners of Brookfield. T-minus an hour and a half-ish until I am on the comedy set doing a 4-minute set. I am nervous, but right now it's time to let the mind go away from that and talk to one of my favorites, and that's Brian Balaga. You can hear him from 5 to 6 on the Homer Hour. Brian, welcome into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. How are you?
Good, guys. How you doing this evening?
Doing good. Here's what's going on. Now, Jason Wilde, as you know, was a little bit I would say, what's the right word? He doesn't want to go in too hard, He likes to caution.
He's very measured.
Yes, he wants to make sure he's got all the facts and as a reporter. Kyle and I are sitting here with tickets right now, and it might be a golden ticket, and it might be something we rip up. Before the Chiefs game, we put $10 to win $1,000 on Matt LaFleur as the coach of the year. And Albert Breer wrote about it today on his mailbag. We're starting to gain some national steam, especially because it's down to plus 2,500 since they beat the Chiefs after we placed it. Do you think we got a shot if they were on the table?
Man, if they run the table, you definitely have a chance. And especially if they win a playoff game, you have a chance. There's no
but
doubt.
I don't think the voters.
It's a regular season award.
It's a regular season award.
Okay.
I'm hoping they vote in the playoffs, and if they win, maybe they take that. If you're a human being, you're like, well, they just won a playoff game. I'm going to count that, even though I'm not supposed to.
Yeah, I feel like you're supposed to vote on the MVP, Coach of the Year, but all that stuff drags into the playoffs. It has to. There's no doubt about it that kind of stuff kind of leads into the playoffs. At least I always thought it did. I never thought the MVP just won it based on what he did during the season. Also, what the playoffs also held. But regardless of that, I think you guys have a good chance, yeah.
So with that, earlier on our show, we have something called the Take Machine, in which anybody in our office can give a take and could be at about anything. Now, Josh DiMaggio, producer of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, brought something up that I think is interesting. He goes, I don't think Ben and Kyle's bet is the right thing. I actually think it's Goody for Executive of the Year. To me, I think he would deserve that in a couple years. I think it's more impressive what Matt is able to do with such young players.
Yeah, I think with Goody, obviously everyone was a little bit harsh on him earlier on when the team was struggling, and we were like, are these guys even the right guys? Do we know that these guys can perform? You would see a glimpse here or there, but no consistency. And now that we're starting to see these guys produce a little bit more and it looks cleaner, giving Goody a little more credit, like he knows what he's doing. It is what it is. But I think what Matt's doing, and I want to get into this with Homer, on our show coming up. I want to talk coaching, because I think we give a ton of praise and credit to Jordan Love and these receivers, which is due, right? It is all due. But I think we got to start showing a little more love for Stanovich, for LaFleur, for Barry, for Bisaccia. These guys, they're getting their team ready to go. They are getting their guys ready to go and play, and I don't think enough is being talked about it, quite personally.
No, I think that you should give praise when it's warranted, but also as a fan, we live in the moment. And so earlier during the season, when the team was 2-5, when they couldn't score points in the first half, I think it was okay for fans to sit there and question Matt LaFleur, question whether or not Brian Gutekunst made the right decisions with the players, because what we do is live in a moment. Right now, with this team now to 6-6, Jordan Love looking like the next franchise quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, and Matt LaFleur looking like a Coach of the Year candidate. Now we give the praise, but I don't see any issue with fans living in a moment and reacting to what they see.
No, I don't think there's any issue with that at all. I don't think there's any problem with that. We all watch the same thing, right? Everyone's watching the games. They have frustrations over it and all that. I just always went back to my experience with Coach LaFleur and kind of the guy I know and the coach that I knew. And I knew that he's the right guy for this. It's just we need to kind of give him time with this roster to figure out what's right for him and for them, what the right mix is and what the right approach is. And finally, here we are, and this team looks better than ever, and they're rattling off wins against high-quality opponents. And sure, you could be frustrated at the coaching staff. They should be doing this or that, which, listen, we all get into that at some point throughout the season. Even if say the team had 8 or 9 wins right now, we'd all probably be saying something at some point in the season what they should or shouldn't be doing. But I think we just got to look back at it and be like, we were hard on them, but you know what? As fans, we're allowed to. But now, we should have trusted in kind of the process. And Matt LaFleur has won a lot of football games in Green Bay. And we should have, kind of looked at them like, I think he can continue to do it and will do it. And here we are. And he's starting to put it back together. What is he, 15 or 16-0 in December as a head coach?
16-0.
Unbelievable.
Just ridiculous numbers. Ridiculous.
You know, one coach in the coaching stable at in Green Bay that was for sure on the hot seat, no matter where Matt LaFleur was Joe Barry. Now, his defense has been playing pretty well over the last couple weeks, and most of the time over the season in general. Do you trust Joe Barry now and comfortable with him being the coach going forward, assuming he is that guy in 2024 and potentially beyond?
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's been some shaky performances, don't get me wrong, and there's been some performances where, especially in the run game, when you give up two bills or more, I mean, listen, there's a lot to question there, and there's a lot to be frustrated about and this and that. But you look at the total body of work of this defense, right? You can't just pinpoint one game like this is the reason why we don't like Joe Barry. You got to look at the entire body of work of kind of what this defense has put together, and you hit the nail on the head. They've been impressive. Their numbers have been really good. They're probably, seventh in the NFL in points allowed in defense, or sixth or something like that. I mean,
top
they're up
10
there.
is good enough. That's all I need to hear.
Yeah, top 10. So, there's been shaky moments, which this whole team has had shaky moments, but you got to tip your hat to them because they've been a consistent performer. And throughout the season, besides you could probably say the Detroit game, they've kept this offense in the game for all the games, essentially, if you look at it. I mean, a game never got too far out of hand besides Detroit. We're like, it's over. Like, the team always had a chance. And I think when you're looking at a defense, that's the most you can ask for. Yeah, you want takeaways and 3 and outs, and that's all good. But at the end of the day, in the fourth quarter, you want a defense that has given your offense an opportunity to go out there and win the game. And I feel like that's what the Packer defense has done pretty much all year.
Talking with Brian Balaga live from Milwaukee Improv. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, presented by the official beer of the NFL, Bud Light.
Brian, I love your insight on this because you played under Coach Matt LaFleur, and we know he's a brilliant, scheme-based guy, right? Offensive and setting up plays. There's no doubt that he's elite on that end. But ever since he said to Jordan Love, at least on a public forum, just, hey, let it rip, it seems like he's been doing that, and he's a lot more comfortable. So how would you describe, Coach LaFleur's coaching style in helping make these young guys feel comfortable?
Well, for me, I feel, especially with his first year and our first year, we were all uncomfortable with the scheme. It was our first year in it. And, you got to get used to a new scheme and the way you get coached by new coaches and kind of figure out their personalities. And there was never a time that as an offense, at least for us personally, at least for me in the offensive line, we all talked about it quite a bit, especially the new scheme. It never felt like this guy was getting frustrated at us, even though we'd go out and practice and mess things up and blow assignments and blow schemes. You never thought this guy's literally fed up with us. He hates us. Like he wants us all out of here. We never felt that way. He was very encouraging, like, hey, once we get this thing going, man, this run game is going to be amazing. You're going to love this scheme. Just keep working away at it. And as a player, you take that as, hey, we're not too far off. This guy's got our back. He supports us. If we just get this down, man, this thing can click. And that's my view on him, that he was a very he was a pro player coach. And no one wants to, no head coach wants to be that guy that's like, oh, the players get their way around here. Because he does, his discipline and the way he takes care of his business around there is well known. Players know who runs the show, but he is a pro player coach, and he lets guys be guys and lets guys figure it out on their own. And you can kind of see that's what's been going on with this young team. He's letting these young guys figure it out on their own. And obviously there's probably been plenty of meetings with choice words in them, I would imagine, if I had to take a guess. But at the end of the day, he's letting these guys figure it out, and we're kind of starting to see that play out on the field.
Well, Brian, thanks to you earlier in the week on Monday, I got up to $2,000 per touchdown going to guarding against cancer. About to close out the pledges. We're at $2,500 per touchdown. And with the 3 against the Chiefs, we're in a really good spot to help out a very great cause in the UW Carbone Cancer Center. So thank you. We'll look forward to hearing you on the Homer Hour. Brad, tell us about 3 Tree Marketing.
That's right. Your company has a story to tell. That is what your brand is all about. And 3 Tree Marketing is a full-service branded merchandising agency to help you with your creative merchandising. I know when I joined this company, I got a bunch of ESPN branded swag. Help me feel part of the company. So whether it's your new teammates, business partners, or any kind of event, specialized gifting, call 3 Tree and visit them at 3tree.marketing.com.
Homer Hour with our guy Brian Balaga. Well, they're both our guys.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Up next.
Delays continue along southbound 41. We do have a crash at Silver Spring off on the shoulder, so watch out